And hello to any and all viewers. Tonight, I would like you to apologize ahead of time because I'm currently dealing with a bit of a rib injury. Nothing serious. Don't have to go to the hospital or anything. Just take some anti-inflammatory stuff for about a week. And today is a very, very special day for our group. For today, they are meeting the Lord of the Lands of Barovia, Strahd von Zarovich. And I am very excited to see how this encounter, or rather series of encounters, plays out. I also want to apologize a little bit because this entire week leading up to the meeting, I was supposed to be writing and planning, but I spent too much time trying to plan anticipated questions and reactions that I realized, how the hell am I supposed to anticipate these people? How am I supposed to predict what they are going to ask? I mean, one of our players literally has chaos in their name.
Hey.
And another one has shown me that, well, he doesn't listen very well between different sessions. Then again, that's for hoarding dragons to deal with. I just have to find the right prompt.
Not to mention, you forgot the most important part. One of your party members is literally a magical girl who's not afraid to smack no bitch.
Alright, so, since Little Miss Nympheus had to cut our last session short, I know that we didn't record or stream last session. It was due to some technical issues caused by some of my downloads. It's nothing, it's games that try to run in the background. But would my beautiful players try to give us a recap so both Nympheus and our wonderful audience knows what happened last session, which, if I remember correctly, was quite hysterical.
We learned that Hainor follows everything to the letter.
Yes. Zixelzera took over Hainer from Shump by turning the switch on and off again. Went through a hilarious series of slapstick comedy to get Hainer to bury bodies we found killed by a wolf-like creature. And after that nonsense, we came up to the gates of Barovia and found the carriage of these two horses here, looked inside and found the letter of Strahd von Zarovich, and decided to accept the invitation, or else we may horribly, horribly die.
I mean, I'd be good. Maybe.
Says someone whose Strahd could always just detect that your pendant is magic and then decide to murder it.
Hey, I'm sorry. Who in the right mind is gonna go? I'm gonna detect magic on that necklace.
He's a vampire, though.
And?
Very, very old from what you heard as well, so he's naturally paranoid.
This is true.
Okay, but he doesn't know what it does.
Oh, thank you. So, how exactly did you learn how Hainer reacts? We know you're burying bodies, but there's a couple small details I would like you to admit.
We told him to dig a hole, and he dug a hole, all right, into a corpse.
Cutting
Flung
off a
It's-
leg.
It flung some of the flesh of the corpse onto me, and yeah, we had quite a good laugh about that.
And then there's also the fact of you telling him to carefully bury the body.
To which he picked dirt up and put it outside of the hole, one grain of dirt at a time.
And that was where I decided to switch him on and off, taking control of him, ordered him to make a shovel, and then dig the dirt back in.
Which he proceeded to rake the dirt with it. I was also very upset because Haino was my buddy. And then we decided we would alternate use of Haino once a day.
And that's because there is a timer to cover his switch that I wrote in there because I realized I didn't want this bunch of idiots physically fighting over who gets to flip the switch next.
And I would punch a bitch for Haino.
I have a good laugh about this.
It was a very, very fun session. And I believe once the sun goes down, which I need to get a better tracking system for that, once the timer pops again, it is Chunhua's turn, I believe.
Yes.
Because our beloved Ibris has, while he is sick today, he has voiced that he does not want control of Hainer. Mostly because I feel like he doesn't want to be judged for what Hainer does.
That is agreeable.
And there's one fact that you forgot that happened last session. You had the Taroko reading.
Ah, yes, the Taroko reading, where we also learned all the different places of this magical, shadowy land of Barovia, and found out 5 things that we have to do.
And the party, if I remember correctly, have arrived to the conclusion that a place called the Amber Temple has one of the very important things they need to defeat their enemy. And if there's nothing else anyone would like to add, we can get to it. Anything?
As far as I'm aware, that's it.
Okay. So, our group of lost wanderers, the apparent rangers of a forsaken land. Not the class, might I remind you, but more of like the park rangers. They don't know quite what goes on in this land, but they do know that there is somehow a way out. And that is where they are beginning their search. For today, during this long I guess it wouldn't be too long of a carriage ride through these broken and weathered trees, going down a path. Wrong layer. They arrive at Castle Ravenloft. The carriage stopping just before the great bridge leading to it. And allowing our heroes, if you would, a chance to converse before entering the castle. Anything you wish to share with each other before we get in?
Oh, we taking this seriously, or we gonna try to
Roleplay.
kill him?
Zexel looks outside the window, remembers the information from how his magic worked this morning, and goes, I think that is a terrible idea, friend. He
Just
is.
be nice.
The Strahd is an ancient, powerful vampire, from what I am aware of. Especially when he has his own demiplane like this. So, I would suggest we be good guests, enjoy our time there as long as we can, possibly without breaching the etiquette.
I didn't know that.
The laws of
And
hospitality?
exactly. And basically learn what we can without seeming to have ulterior motives or being rude. Because being rude is a very bad idea.
Okay, so no trying to kill him. Got it.
Well, as
Unfortunate.
the party actually exits the carriage, Chunhua is hit with a sudden realization that this bridge, this castle, she had seen in her dreams the night that this party has arrived. The vision of her falling off the terrible bridge after being forced out flashes to her mind.
Guess I'll share that information.
Is everyone able to hear her okay?
She's a little quiet, but I can hear her.
Is your mic on? You don't want it on?
Because I look at you if I will let it would be.
You can mute me. Go ahead, mute me. I don't care. Or you could just lean closer if you want to talk more. So, she said that she wanted to share that information with the party of her vision and her dream.
Yeah, I said I could hear her. She's just a little quiet, but still able to be heard.
Alright. With that, let's get everyone onto this map. I do very hope that everyone can see. And everyone should have control of their own characters.
Yes.
Alright, just changing my layers real quick. It is essentially up to the party to enter the building. Do you wish to have any final words before entering the threshold?
So we absolutely have to be nice.
Yes, let us promptly go greet our hosts, shall we? And I go up to the door and knock.
Okay. As you knock, a elven man opens the door. Let me find the handout so you can see him. Right. And there. Greetings, guest. The Lord has invited you into his home, and I would very, I was assigned the task of escorting you to the dining hall. Now, if you will, simply follow me inside. Need help?
I almost told Hanel to come on, but then I remembered I don't have control of him.
The level of lull is really high.
You already have Owl Buddy.
Here's a meat shield now.
He was already a meat shield.
Now I can direct him to be a better meat shield.
Oh.
Okay. Now, do stay within sight of us, for there are things around this castle that I cannot quite control myself. They are ancient as these halls and built in to protect us. With that, he opens the doors once more to allow the party to enter. I forgot. Hainer. As you enter this hall, you notice there are 8 gargoyles just decorating the corners of this room. The hell did I just pull off my face? Ow. The hall seems very well kept, lit up magnificently to show the stone and the artwork carved into the pillars. Rahadin shows you the way once more to a door to the south and opens the door for you to enter in. Hainer, come on. I know you don't eat, but still.
You can stand guard over us.
My lord, your guests have arrived, and the food shall be out very shortly. For this, I'm going to say, if you need to talk a little privately to your allies, feel free to use the chat box to pass that information along. As you enter the hall, there's a table, or a large dining table set before you. Beautiful overstuffed chairs with magnificent and intricate carvings line around the table. And there is a man sitting at an organ, playing tone, somber but peaceful. Almost as if he's speaking of, or almost as if the song's speaking of learned lessons.
I nod my head, appreciating the music, bowing down to Strahd in a very polite manner.
As the song continues, the man turns towards you and bows his head and says, "Thank you for being my audience tonight, and thank you for coming to my home, even though I feel as if it may be a bit intimidating for such a manner as I had invited you. Please, seat yourselves and have a drink of wine. The laws forbid me from harming you as long as you are within my home." Now, while we wait on the food, what can I do to further greet you with the greatness of my home? Is there any questions you have. What you looking up?
Nothing, I just looked on the character sheet.
Strahd looks over at the table and notices Hainer standing in the corner. Is your friend not going to partake with us?
Oh, my dear Strahd, Hainer here is a construct. He does not eat, I'm afraid. So he's just going to stand there.
Ah, alright. I have not seen a construct in, well, many years. I guess it must have slipped my mind. These lands are... Their cruelty is only matched in their mysteries. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm gonna just nod my head in agreement.
My dear sir, this land is very beautiful, if not perplexingly horrifying in its mysteries, I would say, if you don't mind me saying. Uh, how 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 is this land shrouded in mist, if I may ask?
It is a part of the curse from the gods of this realm. It is, it is a punishment for the sins I have committed. And for when my father was passing, it is tradition for us to claim the throne by conquering a land or even a small town. And for my bloodthirst, wounded and dying, the gods of this land cursed me, both in vampirism and with a tormented soul, to watch those I care for die over and over. The mist acts as a extension of my will, even though I can only control so much of it. Strahd picks up a glass and looks at it for a moment. The people of this land fear and hate me, but I fear myself that this is simply the fear of their ancestors. I don't leave this castle much, simply because I wish to avoid killing those that I don't have to. And I will defend my home any way I can. So this is the best place for me to be. I use the mist to keep an eye out for anyone who could possibly help me end this dreaded curse and take my place here as ruler of Barovia. Is that a satisfying enough answer, my friend?
Aye, Lord Strahd, that is quite that is a very satisfactory answer, in my humble opinion. So, may I also ask, what about the nomads, the Viceni? What is your relationship with them?
After my failed attempt to conquer a new land, I was wounded, as I said. The Vistani were the ones to have found me and nursed me back to health. Now we have a bit of a mutual relationship. For those that I dare not contact myself, they go out and search more. I owe them much, for they have not only saved me, but my family's legacy by not letting this beautiful land be destroyed by chaos. My brother, who had shown you the way into this building, he himself thanked the Vistani, though his methods are, I dare not say it, but more cruel than I would wish. No. As any relationship, you can't fully agree to everything, so the Vistani act upon their own in many ways. As a knock on the door rings out in the dining hall, several servants come in, dressed in fine garb, carrying plates and platters, and dressing the table in foods that, just by the scent themselves before being uncovered, start to make your mouths water. There are meats, cheeses, breads, vegetables, almost anything you could wish or imagine coming from such a grand castle that you are in. My friends, please, eat your fill. We can continue this conversation during or after if you wish. For now, I must show you how grateful I am for you coming. Shump,
Boy,
did you send that exclusively to me, or?
yes, to you.
Well, I can't really tell you if that's a good idea.
No, that wasn't much of a question. It was like for you to answer. It was to say if it's a good idea or not. It was just
What would your character do?
yeah. Before I grab a plate, I'm gonna ask him how it is he knew about us. That's kinda weird to me. We are fairly new to this land. It's not like we have any conquest under our belt. So, something that is perplexing to me.
Well, there are two main factors that led me to investigating for you. One, a sacrifice being made in my name, though unwished. And two, the slaying of a vampire spawn that had previously attacked my castle. The mists tell me when such things happen, and that is how I knew of you. For it to be only one or the other, I might have simply brushed it off. For even that dreaded house in the village of Barovia itself is cursed. It's almost as if itself is alive, a part of this land. Never dying, never ending. I am unsure of if such cruelty to those rats, though rodents they may be, was entirely necessary, though. A simple dagger would have sufficed to end their lives easily. Strahd seats himself, and takes a sip of his glass, and holds his arms out for you to start serving yourselves.
I guess on that, he did answer my question.
I also
Definitely gonna
I
make a
also
plate.
look at Shump, remembering that entire scene, and shake my head because I offered to stab the rat too.
Rats, plural. He was double fisting them like drumsticks.
I know, and I
I
was
am a brute, okay?
happily thinking of just stabbing them to get it over with. I just
Do you need something?
I I just fill my plate and start eating, shaking my head at Shump.
Gonna make myself a plate, just look up and sound like, don't
Okay,
shake your
here,
eyes at me.
quiet.
Don't shake your head at me. I will do to you the same as the rats. And then start to eat.
With those words, you notice that Hainer has moved next to you and is just staring at you from your threats.
I'm just gonna look up at him and think, it was a joke, big guy.
He's still just gonna sit there staring at you.
Zexel, please tell him it was a joke.
It is fine, Hater. He didn't mean it.
He backs away to the wall. Chundwa, do you have any questions for your host?
Alright. Speaking candidly out of character, she is very hostile towards vampires and the like, and I worry that she's gonna instigate something. So I'm kind of trying to carefully think of how she could ask questions without coming off as rude and hostile.
Please no TV chaos.
Please don't.
I have no control over that.
I'm trying to be considerate to the party and having her stay quiet. Because I know her personality, she would just want to fight him.
It looks like Al Buddy, Shump, and Zexel are all stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I don't know why I'm moving buddy over here
Alright, I'm
and
going to try
myself.
my best
Alright,
to not be
What-
rude.
what is your question?
I feel like, well, it's not really a question, but pardon me if I seem rude, but you speak as if you are a tortured soul. But from my perspective, you seem to still carry out the sins in which you've been punished for.
Aye, but who writes history? Is it the survivors, or the ones who have the power to rewrite it? Yes, I hold great power in this land, but I do not control the individuals. There are many themselves here who lack souls, for there can only exist so many souls within this land. Every time one dies, their soul is trapped here. And as humans are, they tend to grow faster than any place can hold them. For my story to have seemed this way to you, I feel as if it shows how they have distorted the truth. Yes, I tried to conquer lands. Yes, I have killed far too many, including those who come to my home with ill intent. But I cannot control those who do not show any respect or care for me. They will make up their own facts. They will make up their own history. Is there anything else I can tell you?
No.
Do you find the food and drink satisfactory? Or do I have to request a special dish for you?
No, that's not necessary.
This is plenty good enough. I do. I At the very least, I do thank you for the enjoyable food.
I hold great pride in how I present myself. I hold great pride in how others view me as a person rather than me as a story. If I can change how 2 people view me at a time, hopefully they can change 2 more. I simply wish to end my curse, to find rest, and to give this place to my brother. To give this place to someone who actually can change. Someone who can change this place. And who knows, maybe when the curse is lifted, he'll find a much softer side to himself. I have been around far too long. Shit. Sorry.
I'm gonna lean over to Zal and whisper, "Are we sure he's a bad person? Pretty nice."
I look over and go, shades of gray, my friend. People say one thing, while the one who is said wrong. What I'm what I'm trying to say is that we shouldn't judge a book by its cover, and that we shouldn't believe rumors by peasants. There we go.
Well, there's always such thing as an insight check.
Yeah, can I do that?
Absolutely. An insight check, correct me if I'm wrong, is mostly to detect if someone is lying, or in other words, trying to deceive you in really any manner other than, like, physically.
I don't think it matters. I'm not seeing a
Um,
goddamn thing.
I will try, but I have like 0 insight, so
Yeah, same. Rolled a 2.
add 4. So if he's lying to us, I completely believe him, unless otherwise told.
Bob rolled a 21. So, to Chunla, you do truly believe he is as tortured as he says. You feel the remorse in his voice. It can almost feel his sadness that he's been around for so long. However, you do feel as if there is some information he has not shared.
Not sure if I should call him out on that or not. That sounds risky.
Well, it's my job to put questions in your head.
I asked Strahd, do you know of the items that can help break the curse?
The 3 items that have helped bind me here. The Sword of Sunlight, the Tomb of Strahd, and I believe it's the Sigil of Ravenkind, or the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind. These items are immensely powerful. The tome itself holds many things that I myself do not remember, nor I myself can read. It itself is protected from me in that manner. Who knows? knows? Maybe I truly was a horrible person in my original life.
I'm trying to think of how I can word this without being rude.
I mean, it's Shump. I don't imagine him being very polite to begin with.
I mean, you're true. You're right. But not. I don't want it to sound overtly rude.
You don't want to
Whereas,
trigger him.
yeah. I mean, my character.
Yeah, I don't want to die here.
Yeah, Shump is kind of abrasive, but I don't want it to be overtly. I don't want it to come off as like I'm being rude on purpose, rather than just rude by
You're trying to
my
be blunt.
nature.
You're trying to be blunt, not hostile.
Correct. I'm trying to think of how I can word this. Gonna look at and just say, so you do regret the actions that led to your curse?
I wanted to take the place of my father, but in my greed, my zealous nature, I took it far too far. I hurt innocents, and for that I am justly cursed. Does not mean I wish to be. Does not mean that I do not wish to be free of it.
If you do, if you would like, we could find a way to free you of your curse.
I myself have tried numerous ways. I've even had myself beheaded, burned, hurled off a cliff, and obliterated by magic. And within less than a moon, I am back. I simply appear back in my place of rest. If you happen to find a way to break the curse, I would be grateful. And I would welcome you to take from the riches of this castle as payment. I cannot promise that this place, this land, will be as kind as I am. Stroud himself actually takes a moment to stand up and walk back over to the side of the organ, opening a large drawer and starts searching through it. Ow, 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 fuck, ow.
Though, be careful.
It's just I turned the wrong way.
Yep, that's why I said be careful.
I'm fine, I got some alcohol to numb it.
That's not how that works.
Can't feel
That
pain if
is
you're
true.
drunk.
That
You
is
can,
wrong.
you just won't remember the pain.
I already have memory issues as is. For all I know, it'll wipe the slate clean.
Oy.
For anyone who's actually watching, anyone who's listening, I don't actually believe that. I'm just saying that to be, well, Ziggy. Nympheus here would be smacking me and you'd hear it quite audibly if I meant it. She has a, she has a very good sense of when I'm joking. Not really. I'm really deadpan. Hey, just think of Hainer as an extension of my humor.
I mean, I make dark jokes whenever I can because I have a lot of terrible things that happen, and I use that to lighten the load because my mind is dark and full of terror.
Alright, Baratheon.
I always laugh you, Ziggy.
Alright. So, what are you doing while he's searching through this drawer?
I am going to do an investigation check on that organ.
You can... Alright. Anyone else want to join in on the check? I'd figure...
I'm not gonna do it on the organ. I'm gonna do it on the. See if I can. Just rustling through.
Alright. 16 from Chunhua and 6 from Shump.
I'll
Chunhua,
take this.
what are you yourself looking at, or looking for?
Helping out with the organ.
So you notice that the organ itself is very... I guess the best word to describe it would be antique. It is... looks to be made mostly out of a brass-type material, and the keys on them itself look to be actual ivory. Although there's a bit of you concerned about where he's getting ivory from such a place if he's not just using teeth. For Shump, his cape is kind of just in the way. You can't really tell what's there.
Let's fail.
After a few moments, Shroud pulls out a large sack and brings it over to you. This, my friends, I wish to be of help for you. A way for such a kind offer to help me with my curse. I wish this to be a benefit to you and to help you on your ways. Who may I hand this to?
You can pass it to me, my good host.
He passes you a large wooden box, and when he hands it to you, it just feels immensely heavy and jingles a bit when it stops.
I hand it over straight to the fighter magical girl because I'm a wizard of 9 strength.
Alright. Well, it looks like I'll be the one carrying this.
I assure you that anyone in this land will take it, for it is the most common that you will find. There are only a few who'd rather take goods over currency.
I open the lid and look inside. What do I see?
About 700 gold.
That's
I do not have a way to help you with such weight that would leave my castle unburdened. I'm sorry if it is unsatisfactory, but once you return, you will find much more than you can carry.
my good sir, this is quite a lot of money. Is there a way to convert it into platinum here, if you don't mind my asking?
I do not have such a way, but I believe you are heading to Valakai? Or Valaki?
I thought it was pronounced Volaki.
I've heard people say it both ways. But once you get there, there is a tavern that handles most of the conversion. They can convert copper into platinum if you would wish. I assure you they have quite enough to do it there. Would you need help carrying it out? I could load it onto the carriage if you wish.
I'm not going to refuse a kindly offer like that. If you want to, you can, my good sir.
Strahd simply rings a small bell on the table, and Rahadin enters the room again. My dear brother, would you kindly take that chest and put it onto the carriage for their transport back? Rahadin nods, walks to Shump, takes the chest with one hand, and leaves the room with it. Chunhua, you seem to have a look on you.
Completely out of character. This is me speaking now, Shump. I do find it enjoyable how he just fucked off through the wall.
Well, they are vampires.
When you said "would
Yeah.
you kindly," I just made a face because Atlas flashbacks.
Yeah, I just finished playing Bioshock last week, so.
Oh god, yeah, no.
But to be
Concept
fair,
of family, that fuck. Fuck.
when I moved him on screen, I did move him through the door.
Okay, I know on my screen it looked like he just fucked off through the wall. Like, I mean, A plus to getting to what Strahd says. I gotta give him credit.
I'm being super polite here because A, I'm a spy. You're kind of supposed to be polite to get what you want, and two, I don't want to fucking die here.
Yeah, same. If there's a TPK, I want to explicitly cause it, not accidentally.
Which I should bring up to the party that Shump actually asked if it was a bad thing that he wanted to duel Strahd less than 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I
did.
It would have been all you, and I would have been running away.
Hey, I just said, is it a bad idea that I wanted to duel him to figure out to gauge how much stronger he is than myself?
You wouldn't live long enough.
That's why I said obviously non-lethal. Unlethal. No killing.
If that had caused a TPK, my character and myself would have blamed you entirely.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I'm sure Chunhua would blame you as well. Then again, I'm sure Chunhua is trying to not go murder hobo on Strahd.
It's not that she wants to straight out murder him right now. She's just trying to have restraint so that she doesn't... Like, she knows she's disrespectful. She's trying to have restraint.
Also, 700 gold? Holy shit, that's enough for all of my spells. Buy a magic item or better armor for, like, the two other players.
Imagine how much we would have if we didn't get the short ends of that roll.
Yeah, I rolled 4d10 times 100, and you got 3 ones.
Yeah.
So...
I've made fucking bank.
Yeah.
Nah. Again.
Yeah, I just looked at Strahd's spell list. It would not end well for you.
I didn't think so. That's why I said, is it bad I want to, not, oh, I'm going to do this. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Because my character loves to fight things.
Because he's a fighter and an orc at the same time.
And magical goal.
And
Never
you
forget
wouldn't,
that is an important point.
I mean, you wouldn't die because magical girl, but if if he kills everyone else in the room because of you,
Let's see.
I live.
Let's see.
you also kill Owl Buddy.
No.
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, yeah. That'd be bad.
Fireball,
Probably.
Oh, yeah, he has that.
9th level Fireball kills everyone.
Well,
Well,
I said, there is no 10th level.
he can only...
Still?
Well, I can't tell you how high he can go. But
I did say 9th level.
this,
Either way, it'd be strong enough
this
to kill us all.
campaign is only supposed to go up to, like, level 11 at most.
Yeah.
You guys are lucky that you didn't... Or, I rolled for random encounters, and so far you have missed every one.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Not dying to animated scythe bots because my players fought those before.
Not dying to more brooms or pissed off villagers. That broom got nuked.
Yes.
Uh,
It's way different than the first
More
time
from
I
the
got
broom.
oh, I already have plots about the broom. Don't worry.
Ziggy, I have a
expecting more from
question.
broom death.
Yes?
Is this campaign experience-based
It's
points?
experience. It's experience
Or
based.
also story points?
It has both, but the only, I fucked up as a GM and didn't read the whole book all the way through, so fuck me. But the only reason why I don't know entirely how many milestone level ups there are is because I didn't read far enough. I know for a fact there's 2 in the Death House, which you got. By all technicality, you could have gone through the entire story, came back at like level 8 or 9, went through the Death House, and came out at level 11.
Okay.
And that would have been a fucking breeze.
Yeah, that would have. Getting back into the game, I'm
Yeah.
going to ask Claude one final question regarding his course.
Okay.
You said you've researched your course trying to find a way to... Do you have any idea, even in folk tales, of anything that could assist?
Oh, there is an apparent hunter in these lands named Rictavio. He has been here for some time and has, in his entirety here, sought to destroy me. He would be the one to know the most on how to end such a curse. Other than that, I only have one more member of true kin in this lands. The madam herself has eluded me for years. And I guess the tome would have the rest of the information you would seek. Should I attempt to open it, appears no more than blank pages and curses thrown upon me.
I have a question, but I worry it's insensitive to him. And thus he would throw hands.
You can always throw a wisdom check for yourself to see if you would know better.
Okay, I'll do that.
Doing that, I'm gonna say, could you happen to point us in the right direction towards the hunter and your kin? Maybe your kin could know something.
She has...
They would not
Would it
expect.
just be base wisdom?
Yeah, just base. But she has...
I don't know better.
You don't know better. But she has eluded me. I don't even know if she's here in this valley. I just know that she's alive. As for the hunter, I last heard he was in Valaki. But he's disguising himself in some way. None of the Vistani that I have requested help of have reported him. At least not outside of his tower.
He has his own towel.
He seems to have taken over an abandoned tower. I've heard reports of many people dying trying to enter it. It's very well guarded for something that's, for most of the time, has nothing living inside of it.
There's clearly something important in there. Alright.
Chunhua, were you going to ask your
I think-
question?
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, Shump?
I thank you for your assistance in this, Lord Stodd.
Thank you and every bit for your help.
I will say, pardon me if this is a question you do not wish to answer, but I have heard from villagers that there is a woman who seems to be a reincarnation of your lover. Is this part of your curse, or is this happenstance that she looks like her?
As I said before, souls cannot leave this land. Should any of you die, your souls will never leave and simply be reincarnated. It's more than possible, it's almost inevitable that beautiful Tatiana would be reincarnated and returned. I do wish for her to come home to me, but I cannot influence her any more than the letters I have sent her. However, I fear that her brother and father have destroyed each one that has arrived. Anything else that I may assist you with? Any concerns this land have brought you?
Does he know when souls return? Do they have any of their previous memories?
Not inherently. From what I have witnessed, it's more as if they act upon instinct. A soul of a woodsman would more than likely become a woodsman again, lest tragedy fall on him. A trapper or fisherman, lest they lose their hands or die, would more than likely become another trapper or fisherman. And then the shells of this land seem to just walk aimlessly, acting almost entirely on instinct. They're easily influenced by the right source.
My Lord Strahd, I would like to thank you for this dinner and this massive amount of money that you have given us. It is my hope that we meet again in another pleasant circumstances that can help you cure your curse.
Thank you, my kind friend. Would you be leaving now?
As far as I'm aware, my Lord Strahd, I think we've asked as many questions as we can ever ask, unless my two friends would like to ask another one before leaving. But other than that, I think it is adieu. And so I thank you. My friend Owl Buddy thanks you. And the rest of us thank you for this wonderful meal and this hospitality within your wonderful castle.
Thank you. Would either of you two have questions of your own?
I think I've asked everything I want to ask.
And you, my kind orc?
Everything that I can think to ask.
And with a final goodbye, I wish to thank you for coming and humoring me within Such a simple request to meet you. Thank you. May you have a very restful eve.
Thank you, and may you have one as well.
Rahadin appears once more into the room to escort you from the castle and brings you back to the carriage that has been loaded with the gold for you. Let's bring you back here. As the... Oh boy. I'm about 12 inches too close from Krezek. As you leave the castle and pass over the bridge, a fierce chill runs down Chunwa's spine, remembering her visions again.
Yeah, same. Me too.
So this would be a wonderful chance for everyone to discuss amongst themselves what they expect or what they think of this encounter.
I think normally I would not give a vampire the chance to talk, and I have been enlightened that some are indeed tortured souls, and instead of killing them out of hatred, maybe it is a mercy instead to kill them.
Why don't you give me a will save real quick?
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ. Oh shit.
Actually,
Everyone?
give me will save. Yeah, everyone.
What is that classified on, Dole?
Wisdom.
Shump your bone.
Shump, you feel
Oh no.
terribly guilty for killing the boy in the church.
If it's
Fail.
a mercy, he shouldn't feel guilty. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, I genuinely saw it as doing a mercy. Well, he's already dead. I'm just doing...
The
I'm
thoughts and
doing a
beliefs.
favor.
The thoughts and beliefs that that boy could have been simply saved and brought to such civility as Strahd runs through your mind as a painful echo.
I mean, that's fail, but I still think I did the right thing.
I mean, the save says otherwise. The save says that.
I gotta put this here because
Hooray for wisdom saves of 17.
well, it was DC 10.
Ah,
Yeah. So, as Zexel, or once you guys leave the carriage at the gates of Barovia, which is this little thing right here, Zexel pulls out the map and notices that along the road, the next labeled mark is Old Bone Grinder. And as you remember, the old woman who was trying to take the boy said that's where she was from.
I look at the map, remember what happened that last time, turn towards Shump and Shunwa and go, want to go visit an old woman who kidnapped a child?
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna poke my head up and like mean finished.
And this time, I'll even help with the murder instead of stop everyone.
Right,
Because
I need to find the page for this shit, damn it. Go ahead.
Because this time, there's no one here. There's no peasants to stop us. There's no conventions to deal with. We could just rescue the child and
Wait.
murder the witch.
Wait. Didn't they the mist let him know the actions heal?
I'm sure that Lord Strahd won't mind us dealing with the old hag. In fact, it may do him a favor instead.
You guys can always do rolls against each other.
You know,
Yeah,
if I
I'm
can,
with him, so.
if it comes out with me
And,
helping Strahd, I can.
and Shump is still feeling
I can
guilty
agree
about
to.
killing a boy that he believed could have been saved. And you still aren't entirely sure she's a hag. For all you know.
And we're gonna go to her house and find out for sure. And then
And at
Yeah,
the same
that-
time, she did kidnap a boy. And you wanted to save the boy, remember?
I did.
So we could go rescue the boy, find out if she is a hag or some such, and then deal with her in no uncertain terms.
That I can.
I feel like this is going to start going the way of Hoarding Dragons, where a lot of arsons just start popping up.
Hey, I don't have a fire cantrip, and the only fire spell I have is Dragon Breath.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find some more fucking jalapenos along the way.
Hey, technically jalapenos don't cost anything, so they appear in my component pouch all the fucking time.
I know. That's the pain in the ass part.
Also, arcane focus. I don't need components
If
with
it
an
costs
arcane
less than 1
focus.
gold.
Yes.
By technicality, you could cast Mage Hand without any components.
That is true.
It's fucked up.
Which means I can steal something under 10 pounds. As long as it's within 30 feet of me.
By the way, the standard distance of sight I give you is 30 feet, because that's where dim light starts to give in.
But I'm an Asimar. I can see in darkness.
I know, which is why during certain situations I will extend it when I need to. It's more I'm treating it as if you need to focus a bit more on it. That's all. So, you estimate about 35-40 minutes before you reach Old Bone Grinder. What does the party decide to do? Or decide to say?
Well,
The DM
Draw
rolled a
with
nat 20, and I just found that I don't have Mage Hand.
That's not good.
yeah, how about this? We're just seeing if what she said back in the village of Borovia is accurate. That actually just kidnapping the children. That she isn't doing anything awful to them. We're acting like CPS.
Hey, never did an insight check on those contracts, on the claim of the contracts. So for all we know, she could be lying or telling the truth.
That's why I said we're acting like we're coming in just to act like CPS, just to make sure everything is on the up and up.
That's why I said we can go visit the old phone grinder and find out for ourselves if the boy is okay. If not, we could just do some forcible removal.
And maybe some extrajudicial.
murder.
Yes.
Right.
Police violence, bitches.
That's only a rampant problem here in the States.
Not so much here.
Of course, you in Canada, what issues do y'all have?
Um,
Racism. Very
Yes.
rampant racism.
Yeah, still that thing, because
Justin Trudeau.
that and almost 200 years of history with the residential schools. So there's that.
I don't know what that is.
As
Forcibly kidnapping native kids and then destroying their culture by brainwashing
Oh,
them
kind of like
with
what Americans did to the
Catholicism.
Native Americans.
oh, genocide. Okay,
Cultural genocide. There's a difference.
Yes.
No,
Slightly.
All right. As the parties.
why?
Come get your juice.
You just broke Rise. And as everyone is speaking amongst themselves, through the mist comes a skeletal warhorse and a rider, both clad in ruined chainmail. The skeletal rider holds up a rusted lantern and sheds no light.
I don't see how that's effective at all.
The sound of the hooves thunder thunder on the road as it walks past you.
I go, hail and well met, traveler. I hope you have safe passage.
Sorry, ignore that. Can I do a quick investigation on it to see if that thing's normal?
Go ahead.
God damn it! I wish I rolled with advantage.
I mean, I don't know why you're rolling with disadvantage.
Would perception work?
No, he's rolling at normal. It's just, it's set up right now to roll both at the same time.
Would perception?
I just... I
You
always
could do
just-
perception.
An investigation, Arcana, and perception check.
Alright, so, Shump, you have a feeling that, yep, this is someone on a weird-looking horse.
Okay.
You don't know what's entirely wrong with it, but someone on a weird-looking horse.
It's just the horse just looks wrong.
Very wrong.
That's
And
about all I can
with
do
the
to
glance you gave it, you can't quite place what's wrong with it.
Okay.
Zexel, you notice that that these spirits have a very similar feel to the corpses that you saw on the way across the bridge before you met the two horses and the carriage. Chunhua, you notice that the skeleton itself seems to be paying no one any mind and is walking through the fog with a very clear dedication, but you can't tell what it is.
I voice what I find out to the party.
I will as well.
I'm just gonna say that is one strange-looking horse.
Also, I don't. He leaves footprints, right? Since he's a skeleton.
Well, that'd be a survival check to check for footprints.
Because if y'all want, I get bonuses to tracking if we could follow him.
Yeah, that's a survival check. You notice that the footprints themselves, even as it was walking past you, the footprints look as if they are almost a week old.
Right. In other words, hard to track him and follow him.
Follows the blood hunter, I guess.
Well, are you going to track him? Or are you simply marching your way to Old Bone Grinder?
We can just continue our way to Old Boat Grinder.
That's fine with me.
I don't think I would get very far tracking him with footprints that look a week old.
The old Svalvich Road transitions here from being a winding path and through the Balanok Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake. Its water is dark and still. A branch of the road leads west to a promontory atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. Let me find old bone grinder for y'all. Oh, did it update?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. KNY?
Yeah.
Well, it is Saturday, so... Fuck. Did I just fuse it with something? Please tell me I didn't fuse it with something.
I don't know.
What?
You confuse pages.
On accident, apparently. Oh, there it is. There. Yep, that's the only map they give us.
It's black.
I know. Damn it. I'm... Fuck. I wish I could permanently give you guys light. I know there's probably a way, but don't judge me, I'm stupid.
What's KNY?
That's a no Yaiba.
Demon Slayer.
Oh, that show that everyone likes that I haven't bothered watching.
You need to, it's so good!
Episode 19 is a cinematic.
He might not be as much of a fucking
God.
weeb as you are.
That doesn't matter.
every-
The animation on episode 19 is so fucking clean. Everyone needs to see at least that.
Fuck.
Cinematic masterpiece.
I got people yelling at me over anime bullshit.
Everyone who tells me I need to see a thing, I don't watch out of spite.
Yeah. I was that way for a while. Junlaw, you should be able to see.
Not yet.
Bullshit.
No, I don't. So,
There, I'm gonna give you fucking 3,000 feet of sight.
thanks.
Honestly, this place is not that big.
You know, to be perfectly honest, that one scene where in Avatar: The Lost Airbender, where Sokka is using his swords to put those cups, stacking those cups, that was really good animation work.
That wasn't Sokka, that was Zuko.
No, that was Sokka.
Nope.
Or was it Zuko? I don't remember.
If it was embossing Say in a shop, it was Zuko.
No, but I think it was. I don't know. I don't remember. Because I don't think Zuko has two swords.
Zuko has two swords. He gets two swords. After the Blue Spirit episode. Why is it not letting me do this? Why are you unable to see things? Fuck.
Chunhwa's in the dark void.
Chunhua is somewhere.
No. We looked into the void, and the void looked back.
Fuck. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck happened here. Is there a way for me to turn off the lighting in that?
You're asking the person who doesn't use lighting in his games.
It's automatic on this. Ow, ow, ow. No.
I told her she could look at them.
Alright.
I thought you might want to look at them.
Reveal areas. Will that work? Will that make you love me, Ma?
Well, you moved me and my token didn't move, so maybe if
Oh.
I refresh, I'll be able to see.
It's not working. Why is it not working now?
I don't know.
Fuck. God damn it! I don't know how to fix this.
Come get y'all juice.
Zexel, tell me if you see this. I just moved you into the... Wait.
What?
I know what happened.
All I see is black screen of black.
Like I said, we looked into the void, and the void looked back.
Chunwa, nothing.
Not yet.
Why? Whose ass do I have to clap?
Hello, darkness. Oh, I see stuff. I was about to make a "Hello, darkness," my old friend joke, but I can see stuff now. Oh, and it's because because the owl buddy has sight, not me.
Ooh, what did I change on Al, buddy? How much vision did I give him? I gave him 30 feet.
No, but I'm in the bathroom now.
Owl buddy has 120 feet of sight.
Well, I used 30 as the base, remember? Alright, hang on.
I know.
Save change.
I can see.
Save change. Chunwa seems to have been disconnected. Alright, working on Shump now.
I can see.
I can
There, can you see now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Yay.
my stats vanished,
Z, you
but
fixed it.
Alright, I'll work on it while you guys do your rolls and shit, whatever the fuck you want to do. I will put your stats in.
okay.
Stop digging and stuff, Sophia.
She's trying to help the garbage out.
I know. But not right now, because she keeps asking us to pull everything away. Y'all know your speed. I ain't putting your speed in.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we're all humanoids. We all have 30 feet of speed.
No, not everyone's a humanoid. Not Owl Buddy.
I know, but he's an owl. He either walks 5 feet or flies 120.
Why? I already know why. It's the computer, but...
I'm going to investigate the outside of the bone grinder.
Alright, putting in AC for the last two people now. Stop!
Who is this?
That... Oh, that's just a raven.
Crow?
That's a raven.
Okay.
Where is
Ravens are good boys. They do
Hainer?
nothing wrong. I don't think Hainer is on the page. There he is.
I love you, good boy.
And it made me sad.
Yeah. Hainer told you to fuck off.
No! Don't worry, he will love me when I get control of him again.
Sophia, stop.
Ow, that made me sound like a slave trader. Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, everyone is set up. Sophia, if you can't sit still and behave, you need to leave. No. What did I just tell you?
God damn! I wore all four of my investigations.
You don't know anything.
I know. Like, this is a place.
You shump, you look at the wall and say, huh, I think that's wood.
Alright. So we got a wooden building here.
Zexel, you hear the sounds of old women chanting something.
Oh dear God.
Chunhua, you smell something putrid coming from inside the building.
Cool, good sign.
Upon closer investigation, the onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side, as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows. I don't know where the fuck I saw wagons. Yeah, it's just wagons mounted to the building. With dirt-covered windows.
This is already a wooden building. How hard could it be to have it made also out of wagons?
Dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above, a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wood beam above the door is a raven. It hops about and squawks at you, seemingly agitated.
I'm just gonna wave my hand at it, like
Wait,
doing the whole flap like
What?
shoe.
can I investigate the crow
Give an insight.
to see if it's like a familiar?
Give an insight.
Okay.
I'm going to share my senses with our buddy and send him to look through the windows to find out what's going on.
Alright. You're pretty sure you think the bird is trying to say something, but you don't know what. Sophia, why are you drawing on that one? You need to find a blank page, honey. This is why you say you can't be in here, because I keep having to yell at you. Owl Buddy? That is not Owl Buddy. Where is the buddy of owls? I know I put him on here. There he is. Thank you. Owl Buddy sees this. Can you see in there? Or should I just put you
Yes.
in there? Alright.
Can I do a perception check via Owl Buddy's senses?
Sure.
I have advantage on this roll because owls. That was a terrible roll, but it works.
You notice that there are, in fact, 2 night hags in that room.
Uh-oh.
I then call Owl Buddy back, disengage my senses from him, and go, hey, guess what, guys? They were indeed hags. Let's go kill them.
Wait, assuming there's 2 in there, that means this is a coven, right?
And you did not see any trace of a third.
Yikes.
Look, we get to kill a coven of hags. I'm all for this.
I also say that they're nice. They're night hags, so they're even worse.
Oh, yes.
Cool.
I gotta pull up the fucking stats now. So, if y'all want to move yourselves into that door, go ahead.
I accidentally refreshed, so I have to wait for this to
I order Hainer to go in first. If there's any traps, he's going to activate it first.
Alright, hang on. Hayner run. He just like walks almost cartoon style through the door and into the room. It's almost as if he didn't even notice the door was there. The ground floor has been converted into a makeshift kitchen, but the room is filthy. Baskets and old dishware piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on in stores. In addition to the clucking of chickens, you hear toads croaking. The sweet smell of pastries blend horridly with the stench that burns your nostrils. An awful odor comes out of an open, upright barrel in the center of the room. Warmth ensues from a brick oven against one wall, and a crumbling staircase ascends the wall across from it. Shrieks and cackles from somewhere higher causes the old mill to shudder.
Can I see what's in the cupboard?
I think so.
I'm just gonna go ahead and start going up the stairs.
The
And look down at the party and just go, "Are you coming with or not?"
Hayner, follow behind Shump, and I'll follow behind you.
where the fuck? There he is. I really need to border that motherfucker.
Yes.
Oh, I could just put his nameplate on. That's what I could do. Chunhua, you notice that the cabinet is full of wooden bowls of herbs, baking ingredients of several kinds. Hanging inside the doors are dozens of locks of hair, various concoctions. Amid various concoctions are 3 small labeled containers that hold elixirs. 1 youth, 1 laughter, and 1 labeled mother's milk.
Would any of those be useful to me, or do I need to have a head power to use them?
You do not know.
Okay.
They are elixirs of some sort. So,
Is it something our wizard would be interested in taking?
you could tell him.
What should I do? Shout up the stairs? Or is he still down here with me?
I don't know if he's down here.
I guess I would have stayed because I said I would follow, but at the same time,
Stop!
I was wondering what the Blood Hunter was looking at.
Sophia, I told you a dozen times now, if you're going to be in here, you're going to be quiet, you're going to behave. You have done neither. Right. So, if Chunhua wants to pass the information on to the vials, you could absolutely take them if you wish.
I'll tell him about it.
Mm-hmm. What do you do, Zexel? She says she wants to tell you about it.
I look at the vials. I do a basic Arcana check to see if they're inherently magical.
You do sense magic coming from each one of some sort.
And then I just put them away in my bag for later detection of magic.
All right.
And study. And then I ask if she would like to come up the stairs with me to deal with the night hags.
As you actually finish putting the potions in your bag, you notice that small bones seem to litter the flagstone floor around your feet.
I will investigate these bones. Another 12?
They look far too small to be an adult human.
I'll look up at Cherno and say, I think I know what happened to the child and any children that were kidnapped.
Right, and upon hearing that, I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Okay, you need to put the stairs.
So I can see this. I can
Sophia, for the love of God.
figure.
Well, we can't keep having a distraction. I told her that we were mid-session already. Alright, so what are you gonna do, Shump?
I can kind of see this person heal.
Oh yeah, that's the lady that you saw in the village of Barovia, who is
Okay,
taking the boy.
I see all the bones. I'm just gonna bulge up to her and swing my maul at her.
Alright. At that point, everyone, roll initiative. Once I find the initiative block for this. I gotta put the fucking tracker up, damn it. Hang on, I gotta clear it, because it's still counting as us fighting Doru. Alright. There.
So we roll
What'd you get?
a 12.
I mean, you could re-roll if you want.
I'll just let you put it up though. I don't want to risk getting a lower roll. I like my
Well,
12.
how about you roll real quick so you're on there, and I'll just add it to the 12.
Okay.
You got a 13.
Yeah, Chunwa originally got 13. I got a 4.
Shump.
It is.
You got a 12.
Yeah.
There. And let's have it descending. So, I'm going to say surprise round for Shump because he is just running up from what I tell.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go ahead,
I
give it
see
a
the
10.
bones.
Yeah.
I'm just going up and just a swinging my maul at her.
That is a miss.
Oh shit.
Jackson Church.
Are you sure about this?
I mean,
John Cena voice.
he can try attacking again with an accent surge because he is a fighter, and they
think I
get
wanna
that level 2.
I think I want to save that.
Yeah. Okay. Which brings us to normal order. So Chunhua.
How much of my move action will it take me to get up the stairs?
You can make it right here next to her if you wanted.
Right next to her?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Alright, put me there.
I'm gonna put Zexel. There. Well, you have Owl Buddy. You can find your way up there.
Yes.
Well, I missed.
Miss.
Carry on.
Yep. Which brings us to Shump.
I'm gonna swing again.
Miss.
Damn it.
Which brings us to the feathery friend. I forgot to roll for Hainer.
Oh, for Halo.
Oh no.
Buddy, where are you?
I am going to have Owl Buddy swing by, giving the help action to Shump, so he has advantage, and then flying down where I am, so he's out of any crossfire.
Jesus fuck, Hainer.
Even with the negative dexterity, Hainer gets 14 initiative.
Oh.
And that's Owl Buddy's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and throw Hainer in there because he was supposed to go first, technically.
Yes, that's fine with me.
Well, at this point, there's one issue. He has no orders.
I order Hainer to attack the hag with as much power as he possibly can.
Hainer looks at you, nods, and his eyes go to a deep red as he runs up the stairs.
Destroy!
He grabs his longsword with both hands and brings it down, and slashing deeply into the table next to her.
Epically missing.
I think this is gonna be a difficult battle.
Then you remember the two upstairs.
I don't think we picked our fights right, guys.
Hey, you're the one who charged in and attacked first.
This...
Oh, the one with the map! You told us about this place.
Yeah, and I remembered it from her saying she was at the old bone grinder.
I'm free from blame, 'cause I'm the DM.
Oh, you're always to blame because you're the DM.
This is true.
I could also tell you one little tidbit of information. Night Hag's CR is level 5.
We could level up for murdering all of them.
Oh yeah.
A
We're good.
coven gets boosted up to CR7
Oh fuck.
because they get coven powers.
Guys, I think
Don't
we
they
fucked
also?
up.
Don't they also have lair actions?
Yes.
Guys, I think we fucked up.
No, you fucked up. We're all going to die here because of you.
You're the one with the map that told us about the place.
I can't help that I'm dummy thick. Alright.
This is fine. I have a backup character.
Yes,
So
this
do
is why
I.
I enforce backup characters. What are you
I
going to do
still
about Hayner?
I still need to level up.
I already ordered him to attack.
I know, but what are you going to do? He can be destroyed.
Gold!
This is fine.
No!
Hey, the wizard prioritizes living more than
Oh, Hano!
the beat shields.
Prioritize Hano over me! I don't care! Protect Hano!
Your beat shield. You're all beat shields to the wizard.
Oh no!
The old woman that you have been trying to viciously and doing a really bad job at trying to murder shrieks at the top of her lungs for her other coven mates and uses her ability to change her shape
Fuck.
into this bitch.
Is she ugly?
Oh, no, fuck. I gave you too much info.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Fuckers.
Well, technically,
You fucked up.
technically, I already know about Hags because I
Yeah.
saw a video about it. So,
Let me guess,
Yeah,
taking
same.
20.
Yep.
no, not taking 20. Runes, Davy Chappie, and Runesmith.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it was taking 20 for me. How to kill your party with
Yeah.
Hags.
I watched Kobolds first.
Good video.
Yeah.
Good video.
And that is actually her full action, is just transforming.
Oh, cool! It's my turn.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Hey Trunwa, as Asimar, we have resistance to radiant damage. So I only take 1 damage for my level when I go mask
Oh
off.
no.
Wait.
Oh no. We're
Wait.
thinking.
I'm
Am I
going
gonna get
mask.
fucked over?
I'm going
Time
to.
to obliterate.
I'm going to go upstairs, go mask off as a bonus action.
And then you still have your action.
Yes.
Alright.
Which, I'm actually, oh yeah, I take 1 damage, but she takes 2 radiant damage.
which she has no resistance to. Holy fuck her health.
How much do I take?
Everyone
None.
standing in a 5 foot distance from me takes 2 damage, but not Chunwa. She only takes 1.
I'll change your health if you didn't already.
And then, just to salt the wounds on this, I'm going to. I can't dragon his breath. I'm going to sword burst. I actually have to fix the cantrip. Because I just recently learned cantrip don't need higher level casts because they're cantrips. There we go. So she has to do a dexterity saving throw.
She failed for 2 more damage.
She also takes the mask off damage in addition to, because when I go mask off, my attacks and spells get charged with radiant damage.
So that's an additional...
That's equal to my level.
So 4 damage in total for this turn.
I'm level 3. That's 5.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
She is a little bit charred from radiant magic, but isn't really too bad otherwise.
Part of me wants to go, hey Chunwa, you should also go mask off.
Then those will come in order next turn, which brings us to... hang on. Let's go descending.
Next round.
Alright, which brings this one screeching. Come on, please. And she 10, 15, 25 runs into Hainer and attacks with her claws. She critted Hainer
No.
for
No.
25 damage.
Holy fuck.
Ouch. If that was any more, that would actually send me down.
Hainer has a massive gash in his side. Some arcane sparks start flickering in and out from his side.
I'm mad now.
Hainer, when you attack the hag that attacked you.
Hainer is not happy. So his eyes start flashing a deep red as he turns his attention towards the other hag and swings his longsword at her. Plus 2 from rage. To a hit equals 8 slashing damage in total. And she shrieks the word silver as the blade seems to burn through her flesh.
Doesn't silver do extra damage then?
Resistance for any non-magical attacks not made with silver weapons. Then I need to see what other abilities he has. Oh, he actually gets plus 3 to his.
Oh, so that was 9 damage.
No, I mean to his attack rolls.
Ah,
He's a barbarian.
I see that. Also, Shuma, mask off. This is the good time to do it.
This is Chunwa's turn. Hayner's sitting at a not so pretty low HP.
Rip Hayner.
Zexel should be able to. No, actually, you won't be able to tell his exact HP total.
So is taking my mask off?
It's a bonus action.
Okay. So I'll do that first.
I will take 1 damage.
And your buddy Hayner takes, what, 3?
It's half the level rounded up, so it's 2.
2. So, yeah, Hayner's looking very crispy at this point.
Guys, please stop holding Hano. Pretty please.
Where is Shump in all this?
He's on the stairs.
Yeah.
Here, let me put his nameplate on real quick.
Then shouldn't he have taken 4 damage by
I
now?
have.
He has. He's been cracking.
Sorry, fam. Anyways, now I don't think my character herself has the knowledge that silver is better. So
You can make a quick check.
what check would that be?
I believe Arcana on her. Well, putting 2 and 2 together, from hearing her one yell silver and you noticing it, you do realize silver is better.
Alright, so I'm gonna switch to my silver short sword. Drop my halberd for now.
Alright. Well, 14 is a miss.
Oh, might be.
Yeah. CR7. You're level 3.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Shump. Who's still in human form. Or orc form.
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm going to touch the amulet to make me magical goal.
Sailor Moon.
I need to get a fucking tutu edited onto this orc for when he transforms.
Please, someone, please do this.
You think Amber would do that?
Maybe.
No.
You're not the boss of her. Alright, so you're transformed. That's almost half of your fucking points.
Actually, no, it only costs 1 point.
1 point to transform?
Yes.
Shump, do a thing.
Yeah. Transform, and I'm going to scream at the one that just heard Hano. I will fucking kill you.
Roll with +5 to your intimidation if you wish to do that. Due to the fact that you are now wearing nothing but a tutu. Wisdom.
Oh, plus
You'd be at 13.
10. Actually, no,
She's
don't
actually intimidated.
I mean, I don't blame her.
So now next turn she has to make... I think she's frightened now?
And then I'm going to bring my maul down with all my might at
With
the
advantage because she's frightened.
Nope.
on the
Because she's
I didn't
not...
scream at this one.
the one on the stairs is the one that hit Hayner.
Oh.
I'm gonna bring my maul down with all my might on the bitch hag in front of me.
And critical miss.
Actually, no, didn't you give me advantage?
Oh yeah, our buddy gave you the help action.
18 is a hit. For 17 in total. Yeah, you definitely hear a bit of a crunch coming from her shoulder as you bring your maul down, but she looks very annoyed.
Okay, I'm gonna action surge then.
Okay.
I'm gonna it'll again.
That
That's
is
a hit.
definitely a hit. That's 30 damage in total.
It's not so effectively, what, 15?
Well, she looks significantly more hurt than when you first saw her. And with you actually bringing your maul back up, you catch her in the chin, and it grinds past her nose, and you hear a very sickening crack. When she looks back down, blood is just streaming from her very large nose.
Upon that, I'm going to glare past her at the hag on the stairs and said, "This is what I will do to you."
Which brings us to her, the one that you just bitch smacked twice. Is going to turn her attention to you. And going to cast Magic Missile. I believe you have to do a spell save against it.
No,
Dex.
because magic missile auto hits.
Alright, so for 9 force damage.
Oh,
Alright, which brings us to Owl Buddy.
Our buddy will do the awesomest thing ever. Fly upstairs. Passing to give. Who's next in the turn order?
Hainer.
Hainer, the help action, and then flying away again because our buddy can do that, and he
You
doesn't want to
can-
die.
Your move pool is not consumed at one time. Your move pool is active during the entirety of your turn.
I know, and he
Right.
has a move pool of 120 feet, so that's able to go upstairs, give Hainer advantage, and fly back downstairs.
Alright. Alright, so that brings us to Zexel Zara.
All right. I'm going to stand over here within the range of both Hags. This may be a terrible idea, but I am going to remember all spells that I cast have the radiant damage.
Yep.
So I'm going to touch Hainer, giving him Dragon's Breath.
But does it count because he doesn't breathe?
Touch a creature. Is Hainer a creature?
He is technically a creature.
Then yes, he can use it.
Alright.
And I'm going to choose.
Technically in 5th edition, for the sake of spells, they made or classified living constructs as creatures.
I mean, he is the picture of a Warforged, and they're creatures.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's pretty much what he is.
I'm going to touch Hainer with Dragon's Breath. That's not an attack. I'm going to choose Fire. And then I'm going to Sword Burst to force the two Hags to Dexterity save, or take 6 Force and 9 Radiant, and
Alright.
3
so
Radiant.
Which one are you going after?
Both Hags that are adjacent to me.
7, so that's a fail. And 18, that's a pass. So
Yeah,
this one
so-
takes 15 in total?
No, because it radiates from me. So it's not 15 in total. It's just 6 force damage and 3 radiant
Alright,
damage.
so, alright. So it's 9 in total.
Yes.
Alright.
When you're done playing with my stringy thing.
That is my turn.
Which brings us to the third hag, who is trying to run down, but can't get down the stairs due to her other member of the coven being in the way. And is pretty much going to be swearing at her coven mate. Fuck, I gotta move that. To try to get her to see some sense. And fails. Okay. Picture? Alright, whatever. Which brings us to the other one, who is an instinct trying to run away, and is trying to push her way past her sister, failing, leaving her prone.
Hello!
Because she pretty much falls into Hainer. Which means she had everyone who is within melee range of her has advantage of her against her.
Nice.
Which one is from?
I put a little icon next to her. It's the one closest to Hainer.
Okay.
And guess whose turn it is? So,
No such thing as double advantage.
I know.
If only.
11. Miss with the long sword, and Dragon's Breath is its own thing, I believe. Bonus action?
It is, yes.
Alright, so how do I cast that as Hainer?
So essentially, it's a spell he can fire. I touch him, I concentrate on it, and it's a 15-foot cone that enemies have to roll a dexterity saving throw based on my spell save DC, which is 14. And if it does 3d6 on a failed save and half as much on a successful.
By all technicality, you're in range. If you were to try to hit all three.
Oop. I don't have it as an attack, so
So,
just
give yourself...
3d6.
Yeah. Do your spells... Alright. First one fails. Do your dex save. Second one fails. Third one just passes.
Okay, well that's 16 damage in total. So and
This
the
one
so
takes half. So... Right.
is he? Oh yeah, I'm in the cone range, aren't I?
Yeah.
I fail. Oh no, the wizard's going down, guys, by his own spell.
Could be like that.
To be fair, I did warn you guys a couple times about this.
We should just killed her in the streets when she was away from her coven. Fuck the town.
Yeah, but who was it that didn't want to? They wanted to be all nice and save her because
The wizard who's now dying from his own spell.
Yeah.
The wizard has made terrible life decisions.
Yeah, that's a miss no matter what. Alright.
Oh wait, I don't take 16 full damage because that's 3 radiant.
Alright. Which brings us to Chun Hua Mei.
Alright, I think my best course of action would probably be to continue using my silver short sword. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Which I believe... Alright. So, your silvered short sword against this bitch?
Yeah, the one right
Alright.
in front of me.
Go ahead.
Wait, am I at 1 health? Why does my current hit point say 1?
Oh, fuck, because I meant to subtract 1. What's your health total?
39.
39, so you're at 38.
Ooh, I was worried for a second. I was like, wait, when did that happen?
Alright.
I could really use some
That's a
healing if anyone can.
You have health potions.
Yes.
Right, I forgot.
You also have holy water. And 3
Yes.
bottles of alcohol.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're so stupid. I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Sorry.
She said they were green food.
Oh, alright. No problem. Alright, so that is a miss.
Mm-hmm.
You have any... Wait, can't you?
I might have a bonus action item.
I thought you had Eldritch Blast as a bonus action.
I don't think I have it unlocked as a bonus action yet. I think it's still just like a regular spell for me.
Up to you. Alright. Well, if that's the end of it, I'll be going to Shump.
I believe so. I'll read what I can do
Right.
as bonus action.
Alright.
in the meantime.
Shump, your turn.
Attack the hag on the ground for
You
advantage.
can't get there.
I can't. I'm not close enough. Well, hold up.
No, never mind. It's a dumb question.
Can I? I might be able to throw my hand axe at her and so use my maul on the bitch in front of me. Let's see.
I mean, attacking with a hand axe is still an action.
Look at this.
No, I can't. I don't have.
I think at level 5 you get your second attack as a fighter.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, you have to be a 5th level fighter.
Yeah,
You're-
I know. Second level final. I know.
You went to 3. You wasted your 3rd level.
I did not waste it.
He gave us an ultimate spy.
Gave us an ultimate spy, and I gave everyone the pleasure of an orc who is only wearing a tutu that has his dick sometimes flashing about.
As the most terrible.
I intimidated the hag.
Yeah, I did say he gets +5 when he's transformed to intimidation checks. Just because that is a terrifying sight.
Yes. Also, then hurry up and attack.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking bring my maul down again.
Miss.
A 17?
You don't have advantage this round.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Huh?
I have a question.
What?
Can you stack types of damage?
Like, what do you mean?
Like radiant, and then because I have abilities that give me other types of element.
If you get, like, radiant, fire, and frost, those do stack.
Okay.
So you technically you could have like 5 different damage types going into one attack.
Alright. Good to know. Carry on.
Oh, if I missed, I guess I'm gonna use a health potion.
Okay. Be what? 2d4 plus 4?
4 plus 2.
It's the base one.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Alright.
Sweet, that sounds a bonus action.
Then,
Hmm?
So
Are you finding your bonus actions?
Mm-hmm.
5. And just because I don't want to miss, just because I want to make sure I use everything that I possibly can, I'm gonna again scream once more at the hag on the ground, saying, "I just wait till I get over there. Your life will know nothing but fucking pain."
Go ahead, roll another intimidation check.
That was.
It is a skill check. It is a skill check, and she is still
Damn, if only
frightened.
I had advantage. A modified 22? Right now it's a 9,
frightened- A
technically.
frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and action rolls while its source of fear is within sight. So she has to make a will save at disadvantage. Alright, she passes that one.
Damn it.
Well, she's still frightened from the initial one. This would just put her into a second layer of fear.
Ew. That's
I may have a
it's
question.
oh so
What?
great to
Which ones are
continually
abilities?
intimidate.
What do you mean, ability check?
What do you
Like
mean
ability
by-
checks? Those.
These skills.
Yeah. Technically, core checks like strength checks in there are also in there. So,
This is why I wish I had more advantage. Just better wolves.
well, do remember that most of the party still has inspiration.
I
Yes.
did forget about
I
that.
do still have mine.
She is
I
going
Don't
to...
think I have it.
I think he used it actually.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, if memory serves, I did use it.
She's going to make another claw attack. A
Critical fail.
against Hainer. Since she's using claws, that means she's taking backlash. So,
She deals damage to herself.
yes. Which
I'm
her damage
sorry.
is... She's
I'm sorry.
essentially hurting herself with her own attack.
You said crit fail. She rolled an 8. She's a +7.
It's an attack roll. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
As she actually attacks Hainer, her hands, her fingers and wrist bend violently backwards and snap sickeningly against his rock armor.
I'm gonna smile and laugh at that.
She has a broken hand now. Which
Good.
brings us to Owl Buddy.
Our buddy is the best buddy, and he will go up giving Shump a thing of advantage. And then he doesn't know if he should stay up or go to the next area, but he thinks he'll just go downstairs again because Owl Buddy doesn't want to die.
That's fair.
Well, buddy, I will
100%
protect you for another day.
100% concealment does do better than being just 30 feet in the air.
Yes. Also, Owl Buddy is the best buddy, so he thought that Shump could use a hand.
Which brings
Well, let's
us
protect you another day,
to
Owl Buddy.
Zexelzera.
I am going to... Let's see, I'm still concentrating. Oh, wait, I forgot that because of the damage that I took, I had to do a con save for concentration. So I'll do that now.
That's a pass. 10
Sweet.
is pass.
So I
That's
passed.
a Constitution save.
Well, Constitution saves.
Concentration.
There's no concentration check button in this game.
Yes, but your Constitution has a +3.
I know, and Constitution is concentration, from what I understand,
Alright.
because there's no concentrations check button.
It's a 1d20. Whatever, for now. Alright.
Well, actually, it's based on your Constitution anyway, so it works.
Alright. Which brings us back to this one.
It's still my turn because it's still...
I know.
All right. Shield is a reaction. I am... Misty Step doesn't really help me, considering how fucking annoying this area is. Light doesn't help me because it literally doesn't. I'm just going to be that typical one spell wizard and just sword burst.
I mean, it won't.
All in radius?
Yes.
Alright, that's 3 then. DC 14. 1 fail.
Fail.
1 pass. 2 fail. So that's in total 8.
Yes. Well, actually 9. Well, yes, 8. Yes, 8. Never mind me. I'm done.
This one takes 4. Please. Oh, fuck me. Hello?
Well, it didn't freeze because the cursor wouldn't change if it did. So, I don't know what's happening.
Alright, roll 20 acted up real quick.
DC 14, no damage. So the one that passed takes literally 0 damage.
Alright, so... I'll give that one. It's 4 health back. That's the issue, damn it. I feel like Junhwa's halfway cheating because she's watching the health totals change. Alright, which brings us back to, that's the end of your turn. It will be...
Yes?
God damn it! I'm not even on it! Ow, my ribs.
You dummy thing.
At least I can breathe now. Alright, so this one has to try to make a strength check to move this dumb bitch out of the way. And
Did she fail?
this one didn't fail. She got her up, but now that was her whole action, just getting her dumbass sister up.
I'll take it.
Then it moves us to the other one, who is scared for her last round. Frightened lasts for a whole minute, doesn't it?
Yeah, so that's 10 rounds.
Alright, so that's the third round that she's scared. She has to make another strength check to go past her sister. And she does manage to get past her sister and runs upstairs.
Doesn't she invoke 2 opportunity
Yes.
attacks?
Yes, she does.
But who else in range? Just
Hainer and Zexelzera at advantage. Plus his 3. Alright, both hit.
So that's 4 piercing plus the radiant damage.
So 7 in total.
Plus Hainel's, however much that was.
Right. Hainer hasn't rolled his damage yet. He gets 10 slashing damage. His sword just seems to catch her in the back of the leg. And she is, let's see, 10, 15, 20, 25. She is doing her damnedest to get the hell out of here and is just hiding now.
I will end her life. She hope Hainel.
Which brings us to Hainer.
Hainer has advantage on his attack.
He is still sparking very heavily.
Oh no, Shump has that, right.
Do.
He is going to swing at the one next to him. Only if he had advantage.
I thought he did.
Sadness. No one gave him any help this turn.
And as his turn, he's going to take his health potion. Don't ask me how it works. It does simply because I say it does. I'm the DM dagger.
It just works as a magical healing mending. This is how it works.
2d4 plus 2.
Magic.
Bastion, it up. Just...
Oh, like the little torch that Bastion has?
Yeah.
That's
That's what
just,
he's doing.
Alright, he's still pretty close to almost dead, but he's not quite that dead now. So, that brings us to Chunhua Mei.
Alright. As a bonus action, I'm first going to target the hag right in front of me with that.
Wouldn't this trigger flanking because we have allies on 3 sides?
Technically flanking is like an
Someone
ally on the opposite side.
But she has flanking advantage because you and her.
Yes.
So you get a 1d6 additional.
Alright. So 1d6.
Is that how flanking works?
Yes. I've done it enough in Dragon's game to have that down to a memory.
I thought it was. I don't know why it does extra damage.
And
I thought it was extra to hit.
Yeah, I thought it was like advantage to hit.
Hold on, let me double check
So-
because I know for a fact it's a
Alright,
1d6.
what
It
you gonna
could
do?
be
I'm casting Hex
Extra.
on her.
All right.
Until the spell ends, I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to her when I attack.
Ooh,
And-
necrotic is fun.
Also choose one ability, and a target has advantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
Okay, yeah. You have advantage on melee attacks.
Hey, I'll still fucking tank that. Shump, if you just move across from Hainer, that'd be awesome.
Can I?
You can squeeze past Chunhua, technically, and it
Okay.
won't provoke any attack.
I mean,
Or you can make an athletics check.
technically, allies can move through allies. So
Yeah.
there's that.
All
No,
right, well,
I just didn't know there was anything like heal.
No, ability would be like your strength scores in that.
Oh.
Yeah, these are your skills. These are your
Yeah.
abilities.
Strength, dex,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Does she? I don't know if Hags do their spells with wisdom or charisma.
Hey, you could choose dex. That way, she has disadvantage
Yeah.
on
that's
swords
smart.
on my spell.
I'll do Dex.
Alright, she has disadvantage on that.
Alright.
And disadvantage doesn't mean that she loses her spell save DC.
I hit the wrong thing while I was scrolling. Sorry. Ignore that previous one. The one I
Silver
missed.
sword, that is a hit.
And hex also means if you hit, that's another 1d6 damage. On top.
Plus your 3 radiant.
Yep. So first we'll do that. And then
Alright, minus
So
9
9,
right now.
Holy
Oh my,
shit.
12.
15 in total.
yes.
Oh no. It's also applies to her spell hex.
Yeah, that's what. Wait, she gets an extra.
So 18.
I'm putting in the work.
Alright, this one is bleeding heavily. She is shrieking in pain, recoiling. You're pretty sure that once that hex took hold, you could see her eyes roll back in her head in agony.
On next turn, do you want me to do roll Constitution for my concentration?
No, that's concentration only ends if you
Get hit.
get hit. You have to make a Constitution save. If you get down, it ends. If you cast another spell that requires concentration, it ends.
So only if I get hit, I need to roll
Pretty much
concentration?
only if you get hit.
Good to know. Because this spell can last up to an hour.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And when she dies,
Also
you can
can-
pass it on to a different hag.
Yeah, I love hex for this reason.
Alright, so that's the end of your turn,
Yep.
which brings us to Shumpy.
Well,
From
she's asking
advantage,
it right
murder
heal.
things.
You now have flanking. She is flanked on all 4
Ooh.
sides.
I
You know-
like this.
You know what? I'm gonna do this real quick. Alright, she's not scared.
Damn, she brave.
It's more that
don't
dying
worry.
rage.
Don't worry, I don't care if she's scaled or not. I want the other two to be scaled. Bring my mole down.
Well,
That is a hit. That is a hefty hit.
as the leader, it makes sense that she was the brave bitch of the squad.
For
15.
15.
Yes.
26.
We're out here.
18.
Actually, hex only applies to the
Okay.
caster.
Oh, I know that. Then if it's just 15, that's fine.
Yeah. Even then, that's a good amount of damage.
Okay. I'm gonna look at her sister veil on the stairs.
The one that didn't run away.
Yes. And just smile. Just wait your turn. You'll be getting this in just a moment.
The thing that would terrify me the most about an orc is after bitch slapping someone, he just all prim and proper. If you wait your turn, I'll be with you shortly.
Yes, exactly. I'm going for the intimidation.
And
Owl Buddy gave him advantage.
That is true.
Yeah. So it's a 25?
No, it's
Oh, no,
28.
wait, don't-
It's
Yeah.
28.
Oh, yeah.
Because plus 5, 2.
Oh, fuck. I love this so much.
She is now. You know what? You critted that. Plus the 5. You know what? She's already at the second stage of frightened.
Does that also mean her sister, who isn't scared shitless, is also intimidated?
No, it is targeted.
And on that note, I'm gonna use my last action surge.
Wait, don't
I
you
want
only
to
have
I
one
have
action
two.
surge?
He has one as a magical girl.
Oh.
I have 2 in total. So, and hit her again.
I love how much notes you take.
Oh shit, I miss either way.
Either way,
Hey, hold on. Don't I get the advantage for flanking?
Yes, and even with a 14, I don't think that hits.
that's a miss. Which brings us to Bloody Bitch,
Oh well.
who is... I need to figure out what this spell does. So... Oh, wait, fuck.
He's fucking plane shifting.
Bro.
She does...
That
She herself
bitch.
does have to make a save on it in order to shift away. So, let's see. Charisma on it.
Oh my god.
Alright, now here's the thing. The only thing that happens is that she's not leaving the entire plane. She's only leaving to consider the dream world. She is still technically trapped in that spot. She just can't be touched right now from physical means.
Oh, so when we finish dealing with her sisters, when she comes back, we just kept the spot.
Pretty fucking much.
Alright.
Which brings us to Owl Buddy.
Owl Buddy will be the hero we all need because he is. And he's going to give Chunwa advantage the help action.
You don't
And
want to
then
give Hainer?
He will go give Hainer the help action because Owl Buddy's the best buddy. And then he flies back down because his safety is more important than everyone else's.
My
Because
phone
he's
is
Owl
almost
Buddy.
dead. I need you to do one favor for me.
What?
How alive is your phone?
Not.
Like, how... Is it in warning mode?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't want to look up in the player's handbook fall damage.
I can
It's
do that.
1d6 per 10 feet.
Alright. So, after that would be Zexelzera.
Alright, because the hag bitch basically teleported away, essentially.
Well, the way to describe it is that she's now very transparent. And wording did matter in what I said.
And incorporeal, but I can't hit her, so it's...
Through physical means.
Oh! I see what you're saying. Look! Everybody. Sword burst.
Which is now at... No, wait, it's not an advantage, but she lost her advantage against it. She lost her charisma. No, she has that disadvantage for the dex save now.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just glad she didn't use that to teleport any one of us, because she could have.
She passed it anyway. She passed it. God damn it. In that case, let's see. I have to look up. That's actually, I would like healing hands, but I can't use it. So I'm just going to, as an action, drink a health pot that I have.
This is why we need our cleric.
This is why we need a cleric, but also the cleric keeps dying anyway.
Well, our cleric today is sick, so he gets a
That
free
is
pass.
true.
He gets a
Plus,
free pass for
even-
today.
That is true. That
Plus,
is
even
true.
if he won't heal, he would have even better event because no one could talk about him.
You could talk to him, just not about him.
Exactly.
And that is my turn after, and hoping not to die.
Okay. Which brings us to...
Oh wait. Were the other hags near me too?
The one above you, yes. And
Yes.
she has disadvantage as well. Sorry.
She passes.
No,
No,
she has
she
disadvantage
fails.
because of fear.
She failed.
Because of fear, so that's 7 in total?
That is 6.
Oh, 6.
3
okay.
force, 3
Okay.
radiant damage, because it's equal to my level, Ziggy.
Yeah. I thought you rolled a 4. My bad. So, which brings us back to her, who she is now scared shitless and is just hiding now. She's just kind of hiding. She actually does... Alright. There.
I mean, she's hidden to me because my passive perception is 12.
Doesn't mean that you can't use a normal perception check to find her. That's round 4 of her being
true.
terrified, which brings us to Hainer.
Hainer has advantage on his attack.
He is going to march his ass up those stairs and look for her. He fails.
God.
Even with that advantage.
He is... As his actual action, and his last action, he is going to do what could only be described as a feral scream of frustration and anger.
Natural 20.
Which means that goes to the 3rd stage, which is petrification.
Oh my god.
She is petrified.
Yes!
Oh my god, I thought you guys were gonna fucking die here. Which brings us to Chunhua.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Shout out to Hainer, our service construct. Love him.
The petrified creature, it's not considered transformed. Can't speak, is unaware of its surroundings, attacks against it have advantage, creature automatically fails strength and dex saves. Creature has... Alright, she doesn't transform, so can't move, is unaware of its surroundings, automatically fails strength and dex saves.
Oh my god!
I have a question.
Huh?
So, I can only hit that hag with magical means right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like spells.
Mm-hmm.
Has resistance to all damage. Well, technically it doesn't, because she's not petrified.
Yeah, it's labeled under an advanced guide. I know that it's a pain in the ass, but
So then my next question is using this cantrip ruin my concentration attack?
no, a cantrip does not ruin concentration.
Alright.
As long as it's not another concentration spell.
If it's not another concentration spell, you are fine. You can technically you could cast Fireball if you had it. Eldritch Blast.
One. You could
1d6.
actually set that up as an attack.
Yeah.
But it's 1d20 plus your spellcasting modifier, which is your spell attack.
She. Remember, you do have advantage because she is immobile right now.
Okay.
So 2d20 plus spell attack mop.
Alright, my spell casting abilities for my wisdom, so I just want to see what my wisdom score is.
Should be like 3. 3. No. You go to your core.
My wisdom is +0. So,
What is the spell attack bonus? Because it would be the spell attack bonus.
I don't know if she has that set up, but it's her wisdom, which is +0.
So +2.
Alright. 2d20 plus 2.
2d20?
Yeah, because you're rolling at advantage.
Oh, okay.
$12. That is a miss. Alright, so brings us to Shump. Unless there's anything else you want to do.
I think that's it.
Alright. Zal is typing.
Helpful tip.
Is an attack
I'm gonna try that while she
Alright.
carries on her turn.
Alright.
Since I can't attack the bitch in front of me, I'm gonna head up the stairs.
Alright, I'll get you.
And a night hag on the floor bars your way.
Well, she hid. She used a stealth check.
No, the one that was pushed out of the way.
No, the other one hid somewhere else.
Oh.
I'm gonna do a perception check, try to find her.
You only got to beat a 13. You found her.
That works.
Who is she?
Hang on. She is unaware of your her surroundings, by the way.
Did that find the second one as well?
No.
No? Then,
Nope.
okay. That's fine.
Murder.
It pretty
Oh,
much
fuck.
fails everything, correct?
Wait, what?
It pretty much fails everything,
Yeah.
correct?
You have advantage on attack rolls against her. She automatically fails dexterity and strength checks and is unaware of everything around her.
Okay. I'm
Cannot
gonna hit her with
speak.
my maul.
That's a
I
crit.
figured it out. Okay.
That's a crit.
Fuck!
So,
So,
24.
24. Holy shit.
Almost. Alright, so. Alright.
And then, to help out old buddy, old pal Hanel here,
Does that seem right to you?
hole
I
to
think.
give Hanel. Would grapple give Hanel an
Well, everyone already has advantage against her.
Yeah.
okay? Then
So grappling her is a complete waste of
okay.
time.
Okay, then how about the break in the wall right here? Is that just a window?
That's a window.
Are you
How high
thinking of
up are
tossing her out?
we? How high up are we?
According to the book, you are 37 feet up from this window.
So 1d6 plus.
No,
1d6
37 feet. 1d6 times. What?
That
3d6
is
in
three.
total?
That is 3d6.
3d6 plus 2 due to
Bludgeoning
concrete.
damage.
Plus 2 due to the ground, and since it's not technically an attack, she doesn't get resistance to the impact. If I remember.
3d6 plus 2 bludgeoning
Yeah.
damage.
Alright, yeah. But, one thing, you have to successfully throw her out the window. Meaning, you have to pass the strength check.
Okay.
You throw her out the window.
Yeeted.
12. damage. Alright.
Not even no. Hold on, real quick. Can I just explain how I want to do this? So it's not just a conventional. Oh, I'm just gonna pick up and throw her.
Yeah.
Do it.
No, I want to pick her up, walk over to the window, and throw her down onto the ground as hard as I can. Not
Like
just
grab her legs and
chucking
just
her out.
throw her. Like
Yeah,
overhand
I'm
throw.
not just. Yeah, like I'm not just picking up and throwing, like tossing her. I am picking up and slamming her body to the ground.
I'm imagining a scene from the original Naruto series. That giant chain of fucking shadow clones.
Yes, think of that. I am yeeting her into the ground with every bit of strength that I can muster.
Alright.
And then I'm just gonna look at Hanel and just say, "You can now jump on her. Have fun."
That would require several checks.
Yes,
Also, he
I'm
may
saying I can.
possibly die.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he can. I'm not saying he should.
I mean, either way, he has to follow Zal's orders.
Yes, I know. I'm just saying it because I feel that put me in a rather good mood.
Okay, which brings us to her. She technically can act, but she can't move. Alright.
Is that a concentration spell?
No, plane shift means that she is just there. So, let's make her do an intelligence check to see how good of an idea she thinks it is. She thinks it's a very bad idea to appear again.
But she has to eventually.
She has to within 6 hours. And by the way, the plane shift spell is only on herself.
Well, we figured this, but hey, within the next 6 hours after we've cleansed her sisters,
You could technically take a short rest between that time.
well, technically
I mean,
5 short rests because they're
She'll just
all
watch us sleep getting ready for
Or
her.
do you mean I could
She'll
get
watch us
back?
sleep getting ready for her.
You mean I
She's a
could
night
get
hag. You
back-
don't want to sleep around her.
There.
Are you telling me I could get back both of my action soldiers?
Yes.
yes.
Spend all of your dice.
Ooh.
You could spend all of your hit dice to heal up. Then just wait there with your fucking weapon ready, like you're at bat.
As soon as she faces back in.
There's
Yeet her
a
head off.
fucking meme I wish I had. It's just this really big black dude sitting there with the baseball bat. I wish I had the meme.
Ernie's about to commit a hate crime against Night Hag.
Much. Which brings us to Owl Buddy.
Owl Buddy is the best buddy. Of course he is, because he's Owl Buddy. He climbs up the stairs, giving, and then he climbs up the other stairs, one of the stairs, giving Hainer advantage. And then, let's see, how that was like 37 feet up, and then he just flies back downstairs because he's the best buddy.
I need to find the DC for this. Oh, alright. That's actually pretty easy. Alright. Which brings us to Zexel Zera.
I will go. Let's see. There's no Hags No Hags upstairs. There's a Hag downstairs, but
There is a hag downstairs. That much we know for a fact.
would I just be here if I went downstairs, Ziggy?
What?
If I went from where I am over here to downstairs, would that be all my movement?
You're at 25. You could actually get into the doorway.
Okay, I can get into the doorway. Can I see the hag? No, I cannot. uh, well, unfortunate. As an action, I'm just going to Healing Hands, which is an Azamar trait, and heal myself by 3.
Better than nothing.
Yep, because it's equal to my level. And yeah, I'm no longer touching Hainer, so well, actually, it's still on concentration, so he still has it.
Yeah.
So
He has, I believe, concentration for stuff like that lasts a minute, which is 10 rounds.
yes, so um, it's the end of my turn.
All right. Which brings us to the one that's outside, who is in pain. Let's see if she can make any
Feel.
sense. She cannot. Actually, I think it's impossible for her, even if she nat 20s to make sense of it right now.
Yeah, because he's petrified, right?
Not that.
Oh, then why?
Fuck it. For the petrification level of fear, it's DC 25 to break out of it.
Oh,
She only has plus due to her wisdom.
Oh,
It's
I didn't have-
impossible.
literally impossible. That's great.
She has to live with it for 8 more rounds. So at this point, she's just going to scream in fear.
I thought she can't talk.
Doesn't mean she can't
Screaming
scream.
isn't talking.
Oh, that's true.
And by technicality, she wasn't transformed. So she can still make noise.
This is true.
It's kind of like, I'm saying this because I am autistic, it's kind of like when someone who's autistic starts to freak out. They're all in their head and they're not aware of anything around them.
That is true.
Round 4. Shump, give me a perception check real quick.
I'm not chump. I am shump.
I said Shump. Alright, you hear
It sounded like you said chump.
loud scrambling noises coming from above you.
More stairs? Ooh.
Murder.
Which brings us to Hainer, who is going to, as his bonus action is a perception check, he fails.
I'm just gonna tell him noise above.
Well, he's looking for where the noise came from.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going downstairs. He wants his prey.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
too loud.
What? You're supposed to be in bed.
Lay down. No.
When I'm done.
He's actually going to run, so 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And he's going to, well, yeah, that's the last of his action. Which brings us to Chunhua Mei.
I'm gonna try again with this Eldritch Blast. Do I roll twice?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Go ahead and just hit it again. Miss.
Oh my god. Alright, carry on.
Brings us to Shump.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I want to do something really stupid.
Are you going to try to elbow drop the bitch?
Not quite, but you're on the right train of thought.
Don't you have a crossbow?
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a hand axe.
Are you going to hand axe the bitch?
No, I have a feeling he's going to start chopping away at this
He's
center
just gonna hold out
mass.
the window and drop.
Only if he had an
You know
anvil.
what? You know what? I'm gonna make
That
a
would
quick
actually be
perception check
fun.
to see if I can figure out where the noise was coming from above me. See if I can find a way up.
You don't know anything.
Ooh.
You look vaguely confused because you think there is not an attic.
So there's obviously a crazy bitch screaming on the roof. Okay. Weird flex.
She can't be screaming on the roof if there is no roof.
I mean, you got a solid point.
But you
Ooh.
have a chance to run downstairs and square up with the bitch that's on her face. You could actually make it in front of Hayner because you were a square ahead of him.
This is actually funny. Are you going to go attack the person down below, though?
You know, I want to clarify this up with you because I know rule of cool. Some DMs are for, some DMs are against.
Alright? I'm in a very good mood today and I have 2 beers in me and a milkshake, so...
I want to stand on the window, scream, "You're gonna fucking die," and jump out to bring my maul down as hard as I can on this bitch's head.
You know what?
If I do, I just want to make sure I won't take any damage from the actual fall.
You give me
doing
an
it.
athletics check.
And then an attack check.
You give me an athletics check, and I will, if you pass it, I will add the fall damage into your damage roll.
I only got an 8.
Okay. So you...
Rip.
Alright, so...
Wait,
What?
I have a question.
What?
If he takes the fall damage and dies, couldn't he just enter the hag's body
I could.
Yeah.
and have all of her abilities, or does that
No,
not apply?
it slowly transforms into him.
Actually,
Oh,
no.
You do take over her body, and it would be equal to her current health until 48 hours after, until it transforms into you. But there's a tertiary issue. Hayner was told to kill the hags.
Yes. Which means Hayner may kill you, unless I say
Oh,
otherwise.
Yeah.
So, roll your 3d6
extra
damage.
Plus possibly 2.
My 3d6? Okay.
For the
right,
fall,
never mind.
because you jumped
You're
out the fucking
falling.
window.
You're falling 37 feet.
I hope this is worth it.
16. He
Oh.
doesn't die. He's at 9
Oh,
health.
16.
I'm holding like a bitch.
So it was worth it.
Does
You
he
can-
have Does he have
Did you-
advantage on his attack roll though?
He does still have advantage on his attack roll because she is petrified, and that is a hit either way.
Hell yeah.
13 solid damage.
Still not the same as it all coming down on her head, but
That would have been 29 damage in total.
see, I 16, 9 health, and
At least you don't have to worry about getting
And-
attacked by her for 8 more turns.
This is true.
this is true.
Because
So
it's literally impossible for her to break through.
So instead of taking a health potion, I'm gonna use. Oh, I can't use my hit die to regain health, can I?
You have to be resting.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Long
I
rest
still
if
have-
we get
nothing
all our
is-
health back.
Short rest, you can use your hit
No.
die.
Yeah, nothing is out here aside from a petrified bitch that's gonna be dead very soon.
And something that you believe is on the roof.
That's something I believe is on the roof.
I have a feeling you're just going to start whacking at the building until it falls over.
I mean, I do think it is a wooden building.
Morgan-
Not with everyone in it, please.
Morgatha,
What what better way to kill all the hags inside?
she thinks it's a fucking excellent idea to come out and use her only action to end her phase shift and to come back into reality.
Hell yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
If you need just scream, I can be on my way up right away.
Alright. which brings us to Owl Buddy.
Owl
God damn
Buddy.
it just doesn't want to stay in. I'm too fucking fat.
Owl Buddy is the best buddy. He's gonna go, and for some strange reason, I see a windmill instead of the other half of the map. I think I may have fucked up. Anyway,
Hold on.
and
but
I'm
what would've been-
going, and Owl Buddy is going to go up, give Chunwa the help action, and then go back down because Owl Buddy is the best buddy.
Owl Buddy is the best buddy.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Well, what would have been? Did anyone see? Was there a window on the floor they want to see me just fall?
I hope I witnessed it.
No, there is. So I'm pretty sure she could have saw you just jumping out a window screaming. No, fuck, I'm gonna say she absolutely saw that and heard a very characteristic "ow" as you hit the ground.
I
I
was,
have to know
I was,
what would have been if Shump could react. Not Shump. Hanel could react that. What would he been thinking? Just
I mean, I was right outside, so I heard the deafening noise of you falling 37 feet.
You would
Hey,
never know what
but think-
Hainer thinks because he can't speak, as far as you know. And
I'm
he's
okay
also
with what you
raging.
said. Yeah, but think just imagine all the damage 37 feet of falling could do when a mole is also being brought down on someone's head. Excuse me. Head.
Alright,
I've had 4 Dr. Peppers. Excuse the bulk.
I'll trade you a beer for a Dr. Pepper.
Oh, fuck you. My Dr. Peppers.
I have one that's lemonade.
No!
Why didn't you refresh your number?
Gross!
What?
My
Alright,
it refreshed
So-
for some reason.
it brings us to Zexel Zara.
Okay. As I'm never going to make it to murder the hag upstairs because I don't know what happened, I'm gonna go over here to this hag over there, and I'm going to. You know what? She is disadvantaged on all her things.
She automatically fails every dexterity and strength check.
I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath, touch myself, and
Okay, phrasing. I'm the only one with my dick out here.
Your
I'm
dick might turn
putting.
into a candle.
I'm putting my hand to my head. Actually, well, that means I canceled the spell on the Dragon's Breath on Hainer.
By all technicality, you could just be fondling your nipples and it would cast on you.
Well, I know, but casting a new Dragon's Breath wastes
Yeah.
that Dragon's Breath. So, and this allows me to just send out fiery radiant damage at her.
Would I get help by this?
So, 18 total.
Yes, and it is a dexterity saving throw,
Which she fails automatically.
but not Chomp, who's right on top of her, so he has to do a dex save.
You could actually angle it so it doesn't hit her or hit him.
That is true.
Please don't hit me.
So
I don't
I'm
want
going
to
to
failing.
angle it that way.
Yep.
So she takes 18 total damage.
Okay, and done. Which brings us to
How bloody is she?
she's out. She was about to be actually bloodied.
Okay.
She can't do anything. She's stuck there. She literally can't do anything.
It would only be better. It would only be better if she had enough sense of self to know what was going on.
That's a fail. Which... Oh no.
What?
She's looking for a way out, and there's only one way out.
To drop.
A window.
Get another drop, boys.
That's 50 feet.
Oh.
That's
Do it.
Do it,
So
Do
you
it.
leave the door alone.
That is 5d6.
Give me a pillow so I can throw at it.
If you look along, it's not moving anymore.
I mean, with the 5 wisdoms, she thinks falling is a good idea, technically.
You can take 30 damage.
At maximum.
Yeah. I'll watch it be all in... Okay. I'm kind of scared because I have low health.
Well, here's another thing. She's still scared of you.
Oh yeah, she can't actually make an attack against me, can
She
she?
cannot willingly get close to you either. Hayner,
Oh, I'm gonna have fun intimidating her even more.
Hayner is gonna get right there.
Who is the other hag? Because I don't see her.
She just plane
She's...
shifted back.
She,
Yeah.
yeah.
One that
Are you talking
fell?
about? Oh, she's on the other side.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if you mean the one that just jumped out. She's on the
The only reason why I'm saying that is because Owl Buddy could easily find out.
That is true, but I'm not going to metagame.
Alright, that is a fail of an attack. Wait. No, it
No.
isn't. It isn't. Because he gets +3.
Yes. +3 actual damage.
Which equals... She's resistant to... Wait, is she resistant to slashing? She is. Now she's
So,
bloodied.
so 3 either way.
She is now bloodied. This brings us to Chunhua Mei. This bitch just plane shifted it out in front of you. And by technicality, is dazed. Because you literally changed planes that you are in. Planes of existence. That is a
Advantage.
hit. That is a hit. Plus your
Oh my
3
God.
radiant damage.
Plus my, I have to roll 1d6 for the necrotic from heavy.
Yeah, 1d6 necrotic.
Five
So that's 5 plus 11.
6. Wow.
11 total.
She is screaming in pain. Almost writhing out of sheer fear and pain. Fuck you guys, you're making this seem way easier than it was supposed to be.
It's
We all
weird.
know
I thought we were going to TPK a long time ago.
Yeah, I expect
Which
to get
brings us
shit
to
rocked.
Shump.
Just because
Flanking
I hold,
advantage.
yeah, just because
Wait.
I hold that.
Yeah.
Huh?
You can't get double advantage, so it doesn't matter.
Just because I hold that bitch in the building scream, and I hold obviously the crunch of her hitting the ground. I'm just gonna
50
scream
feet.
I'm gonna scream to the one on the other side of the building. Just you fucking wait. I will find you.
Roll with advantage for your intimidation. +5. 15. She has to make a will save against 15. At disadvantage already.
Fails.
Yeah.
Oh
I didn't mean to roll twice, but yeah, she failed. So now, you know what happened? She's now petrified.
Yes!
This
Oh
is
my
too
God.
easy.
Magical Goal is the best. Magical Goal is the best subclass. I mean, class.
I'm
Really
rolling way too much here, but at the same fucking time, how would you process all this? This bitch literally jumped out of a window to escape when she was technically safe. to escape, an orc with his dick hanging out of a tutu jumped out of a window, then heard his voice when she's trying to escape to wait there.
Oh my god, I
Yeah,
love
I think the
her.
funniest part is that she didn't realize we all moved downstairs. So that was the worst possible option.
So that means she's gonna make an attack at Chunwa with her claws.
Oh
And
god.
it's not a crit, so 24.
Hold
So
on,
it
who's
is.
still my
I'm getting
Oh, was your turn
who's
still?
my dog?
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that roll there though.
I'm going to just bring my maul down on her again. Just
That's a
enjoy.
miss.
Ah, fuck.
Even with
I'm still going
advantage, that's a miss.
I'm still
I'm
just going to be
gonna think of it as he's also, he's a little bit dazed from also jumping out the 37-foot window, so that's why he missed.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, that's got to be it.
So she attacked and is now afraid. So she's going to try to run away, which invokes attack of opportunity. 5, 10.
Do I just roll
True noir.
for that?
Attack.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. So crit, double your damage roll. It has to be a physical attack, though.
Should I just hit my short sword again?
Hit it twice, actually. 4, 7, 11.
Do we also add my radiant necrotics?
Yes.
So,
So that's the heck. So that's
1d6 for your
So
hex.
that's- actually because it's a crit. Hex is 2d6.
2d6.
Yeah, and so that's 10 plus 7 is 17.
14. Plus your radiant, which is 3. 17 in total. 9.
Plus radiant damage on the hex. Or both.
As she attempts to run up the stairs, your short sword catches her right in the back of the neck, slicing almost all the way through. She falls to her knees, her head falls forward, being held on only by a slip of skin, then collapses onto the ground. You feel a powerful burst of arcane energy leaving as the coven loses a member and is no longer a coven.
As a bonus
They lose
action,
their bonuses.
as a bonus action, can I yell out the window that I killed this bitch?
Go ahead.
Alright. I fucking killed her.
She's dead, Jim. Which brings us to Owl Buddy.
Dude down here was scared.
That was awesome. I
Jesus.
just have to, because radiant damage is on the hex. It's on her weapon attacks.
Yeah, blood hunters are fucked up when it comes to damage output.
I mean, she's also an ASMR, so that
Yeah.
happens too. Owl Buddy.
When you stack
Thinking
your
every-
dots, it's fucked up.
Yes. Owl Buddy goes up outside, coming up to me.
So what's the amount of damage I did?
Well, giving me advantage because of course he will, and he feels safe on my shoulder.
You did full damage because it was silver.
Yeah,
My bad.
and
Yeah, your sword
That-
knocked that bitch's head off before the fucking hots hit.
that's Owl Buddy's turn.
Alright. Which brings us to Zexelzara, who's...
Oh.
It's like the JoJo scene where they're all just kicking the one dude that's down.
Yes, I'm also like mask off, glowing radiant power, touching the side of my head, and I just stand. Let's see, could I walk over to the other hag? I could.
Yeah, technically they wouldn't get
She
an
would be in
opportunity of
range. She would be in range of your spells. You would be able to cast another Dragon's Breath on her.
Yeah, I fire a dragon's breath on this one over here.
Automatically fails.
Takes a
Full
3d
3d6.
plus radiant damage.
So 9. Alright.
12. 12 full damage.
Fuck. Okay, which brings us back to these two, who are literally incapable of escaping their predicament.
Just think, I
That's
could
why.
have. I
If
had
you're
to
curious.
choose between jumping out of a window or hacking the center support of the room above me down. I could have done either.
Oh yeah, and Shunwa can change the target of a hex to a new target too.
Do I have to be seeing them to do that?
Yes.
Alright, I can't see them, so.
Yeah,
it's
It
gone
does
now.
expire.
But she put in the work, so.
Technically, if you're in a different position, you would
I
have
could've popped my head out the
theoretical
window
line
and
of
been
sight.
like, you're next.
You shot
Pop
a
your
bitch.
head out the window.
You're not. It's pop. You.
Yeah, just pop your head out the window.
Wait,
You there.
It says on my next turn is when I pick, so technically I could run up to a window,
It-
look outside, and
It
be
is
like,
your next turn, so you could just run over to a window and like, hey, bitch.
You there. Hexed.
Hey, ya friend.
And then just start shooting Eldritch Blast with advantage.
Alright,
Oh
Hayner's
god.
turn. Long sword again. Hit?
Are we overpowered?
No.
We're just lucky.
You have a cool
Yeah.
GM. You have a cool GM.
Yeah, we're lucky, and you succeeded in your intimidation thrust.
That +5 comes in clutch. Seeing the orc dick wave around is not much to laugh at. Technically,
Not only an orc dick, a very confident orc wearing a tutu with his dick out.
by all technicality, you could just drag these two next to each other and start dragon firing them while they're next to each other. Which brings us to Chunhua Mei.
Is that a window right there?
Yes, this is the window also which would have line of sight of her. You could do either.
Alright, I'll go line of sight on the one that's getting JoJo'd right now. And pass the hex.
Use this for hex.
Reference.
And I'll pass the hex to her.
Then you would have to be here, which would use 10 of your movement. I'm guessing you're running downstairs.
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30. There. Which brings us to Shump.
You said I could.
Oh,
You said
I
we
thought
could
she.
drag
I
them
thought she.
together?
Couldn't she have just Eldritch Blast him?
You could Eldritch Blast him before your turn ends.
I mean, isn't Eldritch Blast an action?
It
and
is an
Hex
action.
a bonus action?
Yep. Actually, it's not even a bonus action because it actually would be a bonus action to
It's
transfer it.
bonus action,
Yeah.
because it says so.
Yeah, the transferring is a bonus action.
Modified 20.
That's a hit. 4 force damage.
Plus Radiant.
So 7 in total.
Plus X.
Yes.
Plus your hex, Nymphia. So
Oh, no, I think the hex has to be with a physical weapon.
No, it's for all attacks and spell casting.
Oh shit, alright.
roll 1d6 for us.
God.
I thought it was a
This is
physical attack.
this is why Warlocks is so good.
I almost feel bad for this hag. 11?
Yeah, I already took the damage down, which brings us to dead one number 1,
Me.
bringing us to Owl Buddy.
I think
You skipped me.
Oh wait, I double clicked. Yeah, my bad.
Okay, Shump, do your turn.
I'm just gonna, well, try to fucking hit him. And I did.
For 13 damage.
That's pretty good.
And then, as a bonus action, you said we could drag them together, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you said it's a strength check to move them?
Mm-hmm. You manage it.
I'm gonna drag Hull over to
You'd be able to get
the
to here or the Raven.
I'll get her to the Raven, so that way they'll both well enough to where just get them both.
Alright. Which brings us to Owl Buddy.
Owl Buddy is the best buddy, but with the Hags petrified, he essentially doesn't need to give everyone the help action, and basically just and he could just fly up onto Chunwa's shoulders.
He could spend the rest of this time just shitting on them, literally.
Oh god, can you please do that? That honestly, what's funnier? Insult to injury.
I thought
I
you said
guess.
you were feeling bad for them.
I said I almost.
Well, I'm not feeling bad for them at all, so I guess he can do that. So he just basically flyby poops each of them. and then lands on Nymphian's shoulders.
Can I give him a little pet for the good work?
You can do it as a free action. Alright. Which brings us to Zexel's era.
Consider Shump is here or something?
Shump is here.
Okay,
I'll
well,
put his name tag so you can see him better.
okay, well, let's see, my dagger wouldn't do as much damage as I would like. I don't want to hit the Raven, so I'm just going to move over here.
No.
And then I'm going to Dragon Breath the Hag, and I'm going to just angle it so I don't hit the Raven because it hasn't done anything so far.
Well, the Raven is perched kind of on that little awning.
So I
he's
wouldn't
not
hit
actually,
it anyway?
Yeah, he's not actually on it.
Okay,
You can also that you can like angle your head just down enough so it doesn't hit it.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt an innocent creature that isn't attacking me. So I'll do that.
11 damage.
14, actually. Because remember, I'm still going Scourge.
Yeah, there's one thing that Dragon's Breath is not doing for you, though.
A lot of damage?
No.
It's consistent damage, though.
Hags are resistant to fire and cold.
Well, I can't change the element in mid casting.
I know. Which brings us back from Zexel to Hainer. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's just kind of staring at her now. Because he can't do an action.
I mean, he used his... What kind of barbarian is he? Because if he was like a totem eagle barbarian, you could do that as a bonus?
No. I don't think he actually grabbed a totem yet. He's only level 3.
That's when you get your path.
I don't know.
And the path of the totem is a level 3 grab.
I'll fucking check it when I can. I leveled him up at the last minute.
That's fair.
So that brings us to Chunhua. At this point, Hainer is just like hovering his hand over this hag's head, waiting to just pull it up and beat her. That's a miss.
At least it's not a crit miss.
Oh yeah. At least he did not have disadvantage.
Yeah, break your silver short sword and go the way of Billy Brewbuckle. Well, at least Billy got a happy little sleeping bag. Which brings us to Shump. You know what's
Oh,
sad?
put one more down on
This
this
is
bitch.
taking longer than I anticipated Strahd taking. Hit.
Oh, thank God I didn't. Do not have disadvantage.
11. You hear a sickening crunch as your your maul strikes the middle of her back. You're pretty sure it broke a few ribs.
Good.
That one's dead. Brings us to Owl Buddy. I'm pretty sure his bowels are fully emptied.
Yes, and Owl Buddy is, of course, still on her Nympheus' shoulder, and that's Owl Buddy's turn. And when it gets to my turn, I'm gonna just cancel the Dragon Breath spell because I don't need it anymore. Considering, from what I can tell, I'm not doing a lot of damage with it anyway.
Oh, if you were doing full damage, she'd be dead already.
Oh yeah, so I'm going to just I don't know. I'm just going to go and attack with a sword burst, which she automatically fails and takes 8 damage.
I should really just be keeping this keyboard on my lap.
Yeah.
Which, right, they literally can't do anything. Hainer is going to walk over here, perform a strength check.
Alright.
And he is going to start dragging her back into the building.
Savage.
Why?
To drop her from a window again.
Oh, yay! Yeet the bitch again!
So, Chunhua...
Wait, hold on. That's not the same bitch I yeeted.
No, this bitch
Yeet
yeeted
the bitch
herself.
outside! Yeah,
Self-yeet.
they yeeted. Yeet the self-yeeting bitch!
Beware. This is round 7 of her being afraid.
Which one? The one Hanel
Yep.
just struck? Okay.
That is...
I'm at advantage, so I hit, right?
No. Just under.
I thought their thing was 15.
17.
Has it been 7 rounds
Yes.
since she jumped?
No.
Holy
Actually, no, it would refresh then.
Yeah, because you turned to petrified.
Alright, it's been 2 rounds then.
Okay. That makes sense.
I forgot that it refreshes when fear is instilled again.
Does that mean the other one is at 7 rounds?
She's at 5.
Okay, we're good.
We're fine for now.
We kill Ho, and then we gang up and JoJo the third one.
Alright, Shump.
I think we all know what I'm doing.
Hit.
Hit it really hard.
She's actually almost dead. You actually bring your hammer down, and it breaks her arm off at the elbow. It is now severed.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna gleefully laugh.
I'm almost at the point where I think this is an alignment shift.
Just, they hote Hanel. They don't get any sympathy.
If it's part of your ideals, it would actually fit well.
Let me
Brings
double
us
check.
to Owl Buddy.
I am determined to make a name for myself. This would make a name for myself.
Protector of your friends.
Yes.
And also killing a bunch of hags that
Yeah.
we have
This-
evidence for murdering children.
Yeah. Like this is perfectly well within my ideas. So I'm just going to laugh and just say this is everything you deserved.
Okay, Owl Buddy is the best buddy and is just going to um go upstairs, land on Hayner's shoulder like a good little friend he is, and then it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Instead of using spells all the time, because I think that's getting droll, and besides, I'm not doing a lot of damage with Sword Burst anyway, I'm just going to attack with my dagger. And epically miss.
Yep. Your spell,
gone-
your sword burst is a
gone-
guaranteed hit.
Done that.
I wanted to not be the one-shot warlock as a wizard, but yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. They are paralyzed again, which brings us to Hayner. 5, 10, 15,
Oh my god,
20,
he actually
25,
is going to yeet hole.
30. He brings her up to the 3rd floor.
The 37-foot drop.
Yes. He's going to make an attack, a one-handed attack with his longsword. Hit for 3 slashing. Then a strength check to throw her out the window again.
He loans! He loans for me!
So that's actually going to be 4d6 due to the trajectory. Zexelzera, make a dexterity check. Or make a reflex save.
Oh no.
No!
Oh,
Roll 20, what'd you do? Roll 20, had a stroke.
Oh, if only you had
Well,
advantage,
if-
you would have nat 20 that.
Alright, my page is loading, so...
Ziggy, if this kills me, I blame you.
No, it's only based on their weight. Their weight's only about 90 pounds, so it'd be 1d10.
Shit, I would have blamed me. He loaned of yeeting a bitch for me.
10 damage. I gotta refresh.
What about the yeeted?
I'm refreshing.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, my page had a stroke. Nympheus is my testament here.
Oh god, this is beautiful. Hano loaned and yeeted the
In the
bitch.
meantime, it's Hayner's turn over.
Yeeted into me.
Hey,
More-
she got yeeted.
Yeah.
To yeet. Or
Also,
not to-
Zexel, you fall prone back 5 feet. So move back 5 feet of your choice, and you are prone.
Ouch.
You had an old bitch fall on you, so
This is true.
I gotta reopen my fucking pages. Actually, I only have to open Hayner because I know what they're resistant to, and at this point, they're not doing anything for 5 more
Yeah.
turns at minimum.
No, they're dead.
It's my turn.
Yeah. Come on. Come on.
Oh,
There. I just gotta roll damage, but you can figure out what you want to do.
I missed.
It'd be-
4d6.
Yep. $11. This one still has a lot of fucking health.
Oh, don't worry.
Alright, which brings us to Chun of May. She said that she missed. Then that brings us to Shump.
Alright, so, question. With them both being right there next to me, if I wanted to sling my maul like, horizontally, could I hit them both?
You would be rolling at disadvantage, but since you have advantage on both, you'd be rolling normally.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Miss. Points for style sometimes mean you lose points for damage.
I wouldn't have hit them either way, anyhow.
Owl Buddy.
Owl Buddy is upstairs on.
You good?
Yes, I was about to sneeze.
Okay.
He flies out the window, looks down, lands up down on my shoulder, and that's his turn. And then I'm going to just let's see, it's a 5-foot radius, so I'm gonna move over here. And learning from my terrible mistake from using a dagger, I'm just going to be the one trick wizard and just sword burst.
6 damage. Please. There.
And that is my turn.
God damn it, roll 20. There it is. They can't move for 4 more turns. Hainer is... Well, fuck. We're at a little predicament.
Hainer's not going to jump.
Oh my
Oh,
god. Hamer, no.
Hainer's going to jump.
No self-eating! Hater, no self-eating!
Zara,
Oh no!
you are in control. You make
I
a reflex
order-
save
Oh no.
Oh no!
to catch him in time.
Why not tell me? I can.
No, Zexel Zera dies here.
No. That's not to catch him physically. To make sure, or to catch him before he jumps out.
Oh no, he's going to self-yeet.
He is pulling out his 2 hand axes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he did load for me! Yes! Oh my
Learn too
god!
He failed.
I've corrupted him! I have corrupted Hainel!
Oh my god, he survived the landing. He survived.
Yes! Oh my god!
He digs himself about 6 inches into the earth and brings his 2 hand axes down onto the one between him and Chunhua. So,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He also gets a flanking advantage.
he
No such
misses
thing as
both.
double advantage.
No, yeah, he misses either way.
Oh man.
This would have been awesome if not.
Oh my god. This
Which
Not-
brings
not-
us to Chunhua.
Not for the failure in athletics and the misses with the hand axes.
Hamer.
Nat 20 both. Oh my god. That was the most beautiful thing.
Right, miss.
Oh my god, what do I keep missing? I don't have advantage. Oh yeah, it's 17.
Yeah. And drinks this to Shump, who is at this point probably dying out of emotional heartbreak and fear.
am.
Sean probably has a roller coaster of emotions right now, like proud.
I am. Like, I am so proud of him. He loaned from me, but I am so devastated that he almost just killed himself.
You're so proud that he learned from you,
So,
but you're so saddened that he learned from you.
yes. So, in a very much of an emotional roller coaster, I'm going to take out all of my misplaced rage that he loaned from me, and I'm just going to bring them all down on, well, both of them again. Wait, would I hit Haino if I do that?
Not necessarily. Or you could just hit one and take the advantage.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I want to play it safe.
Miss.
Misses anyway.
To be fair, he has to roll a 10 or above to hit them.
Wait, with advantage?
No, you have a plus 7 to your maul.
Oh, okay, right, shit.
Which brings us down to Owl Buddy.
Owl Buddy is just
I want
going to
advantage.
land on Chunwa's shoulder, looking at the pair
You know
of.
what? I'm going to tell you this. Owl Buddy can peck one of them. If he gets a nat 20, he does 1 damage.
That counts as attack. Familiars cannot attack.
Not necessarily attack if he's looking for parasites.
That is true. I guess he'll try doing that.
At this point, I want to give you guys every fucking chance to kill these things so we can move on.
Roll 1d20. Boop.
Alright.
Completely misses.
That's fair.
That's the turn.
Which brings us to Zexel.
Okay, and Zexel will do the only thing other damage spell he has, which is Sword Burst. I feel like a broken record at this point.
It wokes, though.
Hey,
I know.
no matter what, even if you rolled minimum damage, you were guaranteed to kill on one of them.
I mean, both of them get hit regardless.
I know. But one only had 4 life.
So 9 damage just murders that one.
We are literally committing a hate crime.
What did I say earlier? I said we're gonna commit a hate crime against Hags.
Yeah.
And then
The one between Chunhua and Hainer is dead. This is
How many more
literally
rounds
JoJo
until the other one?
stomping.
Yeah. How many more rounds until the other one is unpetrified?
4.
4? I think I want to try to refresh that. Just because.
It will have no effect until she decreases a level,
Oh man, fine.
which is in 4 rounds, which she goes to terrified, which case she must run from everything she perceives as a threat. Which would
Which is all
provoke
of
an
us.
attack of opportunity from all 4 of you.
From everyone.
She dead.
Oh my god.
Like, to put in perspective, frightened is when you're like jump scared, is like, I'm not going near that. Terrified is I'm fucking bolting, and petrified is you're curling up on the ground and crying.
Oh, okay, so it's like when I see a clown versus when I see a clown chasing me.
Yes.
fight, flight, or freeze. And this is the freeze part.
This is when fight or flight has fucked up.
Alright, so, which brings us to Hainer. He's going to take his hand axes again. He hits with the 1.
Yeah, where you go, 15?
Rage.
Oh, okay.
For 8, which is reduced down to 4. Brings us to Chunhua Mei. I believe this is the last round of Hayner's Rage, in which case he gets one stage of exhaustion.
Firstly, I'm going to move my hex to her.
Alright.
Oh my god.
It just sucks that you keep missing by one.
I know. I'm gonna fucking die.
Which brings us to Shump.
Shump do a thing.
We've been playing for almost 4 hours now.
Yep.
2.5 of them are
Holy! I just quit.
Critical hit.
2.5 of them are trying to kill these bitches because you're so fucking stubborn.
Yes. That's
So 15,
15.
plus with
Does it still
technically with
take
the
reduced
flank.
damage if it's a crit?
Huh?
Does it still take reduced damage if it's a crit?
Yes. It's resisting the
Resistance.
damage type rather than the damage itself.
Yeah, and then we already established that flanking doesn't give to actual damage.
Yeah, it's because you're
No.
used to the backstab,
Yeah.
which is rogue only. Brings us
Yeah.
to Owl Buddy and then Zexel's Arrow because Owl Buddy's pretty much just grooming itself at this point.
Bitches got this covered.
Our buddy's like, I don't need to do anything anymore.
This is
I'm
a
pretty
comfy
sure Owl
life.
Buddy's about to fly up to that raven and start talking.
More than likely. Guaranteed sword bursts. That's 4 damage.
Hey, you're doing
And-
full damage though, so...
I mean, it's 4, but yeah,
Yeah, but it's full damage, meaning it's not resisted.
that is true.
Hayner is going to bring his hand axes down again. 3 turns left. Hit. He slices off one of her fingers pretty cleanly.
Ooh.
At this point, if you watch Hayner, you're pretty sure he's copying when you were beating the rats against the altar.
I finally hit.
Yay!
5 piercing
And
of holy.
Uh,
5 for piercing, plus your 1d6 of hex, plus your 3. So you did 13 damage.
oh, no. Because the Hex also does radiant damage.
So 16 damage.
Yes.
Hey.
You stab you stab the hag straight through the side of the stomach and pull your sword out to the side, ripping open her flank. When it gets to these high health targets, it gets hard to describe everything you do because you have to keep track of their injuries. Because you can't cut off the same foot twice. Shump, your turn.
There are 2
Just
feet.
gonna bring my maul down on her head.
That is a
God
hit. That's a
Oh.
hit. You have advantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
you,
right.
you got the 18.
17.
Boy. Yes.
Like I said, I'm just bringing that down on her head. I'm just wanting to end this.
You crush her right at the right at the top of her back, and her head is bending back sideways as she's gasping and spitting up blood. Which
One thing
brings
that
us-
I'm just gonna lean down real quick, just kneel and just say, just know, you all deserved this, and then stand back up.
You're sure that she looks at you and her eyes just start watering heavily out of fear. Zexel,
Yeah, just another gleeful laugh.
finish
Alright,
her.
sword burst. 4 damage.
She has 3 health left.
Oh my god.
Her head just falls limply to the side, and after a moment, you hear a
Accepting it.
snap and detaches. You have cleared Old Bone Grinder. Each of these hags were worth, I believe, 1,800 XP.
Oh my god!
What about the coven bonus?
1,800 each.
That's the coven bonus.
No, that you don't get. The coven bonus is CR, not yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
So 1,800 times 3
5,400.
divided by 4.
1,350.
That's enough for a level up, I believe.
Yeah, because level 4 is 2,700.
Congratulations, you are level 4.
Yay!
But there's still one last secret that Old Bone Grinder has.
Oh, first, I'm gonna do a check. Is it
So what experience points do we have now?
850?
5850.
No,
828.
2850. You are
28.
just above the cutoff. You gotta tell Ibris to level up.
I'm going to make a perception check to try to find a dream seed.
I want to go upstairs and pick up my halberd.
Alright. And everyone make additional perception checks after that. Alright. No dream seed.
Okay.
Wait, you can find it per body, right?
Yes, I
Right.
can. No, just pull and counter. But
Alright.
I do find.
You don't need a perception check to find your halberd. But
No, I was
I-
doing that for the
Alright.
what I can find. Like if
Thank you,
they
Lord.
have anything valuable, either on their bodies or maybe in like this first room, since that's what I'm closest to.
I can find regular sized soul gems that just give me one wish point back. Whole body. I think you get to decide that. It doesn't tell me.
Yeah, it's per body.
Bulge, it's just the one, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You can only find one pull encounter.
Alright.
How many small the regular
3.
dream seeds I find?
3.
3?
1 per body. It's because they're worth so little, you know?
Yeah, that's fine.
Chunhua, you notice 2 things. 1, you recall that their beds didn't quite look right in that second floor. Or the 3rd floor. No, wait. That wouldn't be Chunhua. Actually, Shump did the 13 isn't up for it. Chunhua, you hear crying coming from the 3rd floor.
I'll pick up my halberd on the way up there.
And Zexel, you find a silver dagger in the first room, the ground floor room.
Ooh, I'll take that because that's useful for down the line.
So
As you pick it up, you notice that it is wrapped in several layers of cloth.
I'm just going to cast detect magic as a ritual.
There's no magic coming from it. You feel like it's just the hags being paranoid about silver.
That makes sense. I basically just stow it on my belt, sheathing it there.
Chunhua, you find 2 boys on the 3rd floor, crying horribly. One looks to be about 7 years old, and the other is around 5. They are currently in crates filled with crumbs, and are begging to be freed, but neither wish to go home.
Okay, well, I'll at least free them. Not gonna leave children here.
Shump. The beds that you remember looked funny, each have in total 6 pieces of cheap jewelry worth about 25 gold each. So 300 gold in total, worth in total.
Nice.
Wait, no, it was 6. 250, I think. 150. Fuck, my math. It's 150. 150 in total.
Okay.
The boys actually say that they don't want to go home for the fact that their parents gave them away to these hags.
That's perfectly fair.
What do you wish to do with them, though? They say
I-
that their home is in the village of Barovia.
If it's in Barovia and we're on the way to Vikea, or however it's pronounced,
Valaki.
Hockey.
Valaki, I asked the boys if they would like to go there, if they have any relatives there.
They say no, but anywhere is better than where they'd be sold. The older one says that he's sure he can find a way for them to stay safe there.
Going to touch my soul gem to
And to
form
check,
back to normal.
so they don't see an orc dick.
Correct. I'm gonna walk up to them, kneel down, and just say, "If you wish to go to Valaki with us, you have my word. I will protect you with my life."
Oh fuck, wrong layer. I picked up a trapdoor. They simply nod and say that they just want to be safe.
I promise you, I will do my absolute best to keep you safe.
Red flags, get your red flags here. I'm trying to change the fucking trapdoor. Fuck it, we're never coming back here again.
It just exists there.
I'm gonna assume we're leaving the hags' bodies there with the broken glass at each end. Technically,
No.
all 3 ends.
Yeah, they're broken bodies. I can't believe Haino yeeted one. That was beautiful. I loved it.
Alright, I'm gonna say this is. As you leave, you notice that it is getting very close to nighttime. You feel as if it's in your best interest for the night to find somewhere nearby, but hidden from the road, to rest, and to fully enjoy your level up. Congratulations, my players. You have successfully survived 6 sessions and 4 levels of storming Ravenloft. And with that,
But we should not have survived.
I would like for all of us to say goodbye for tonight to our lovely audience.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
And remember, someone out there loves you. Good night.